And you get 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. That's half the cost of traditional home security. With the Smart Alarm wireless indoor camera and LifeGuard protection, agents can see and speak directly to intruders, stopping crime in real time, all backed by SimpliSafe's money-back guarantee. For a limited time, save 40% on any new system with a Fast Protect plan. Visit simplysafekim.com. That's simplysafekim.com. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
3485.
Sponsored by Patriotic Hearts.
The district season continues. Welcome to Roswell Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksbptv.com.
Estrada in trouble again. He's going to throw it, and that's going to be intercepted by Zach Carrasco. And I don't know if he's been touched. He should go into the end zone.
No, if he's down, he's
okay.
down. Zach Carrasco with the interception at the 29-yard line.
Three-man front for the Roswell Coyotes. Estrada going to dump it. And it's going to picked up by the Roswell Coyotes.
This might be a
30 score. 25-20. 10-5. Touchdown. Coyotes.
Tonight, your number one ranked Roswell Coyotes return home to the Wool Bowl to face off with the Trojans of Mayfield High. Roswell Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksvptv.com is presented by Artesia General Hospital, Bob Reed Pest Control, Business Notions, Calici's Frozen Custard, Central Valley Electric, Dion's Pizzas, Salads, and Subs, ENMU Portales, and ENMU Roswell, Moppet and Brown Dentistry, Maze Lumber, Oasis Computers, Pecos Valley Equipment, Pepsi, Plateau, Richland Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and Richland Chevrolet Buick, Roswell Seed Company, Southwest Printers, Trustmark Roofing, the University of New Mexico, Wakefield Oil, and Wakefield Oil Express. Now, on with the action.
And welcome to the Roswell Coyote pregame show. And joining us here in studio, head coach of your Roswell Coyotes, Coach Jeff Lynn, back with us. Coach, congratulations. Big win. Number one team in the state. I'm going to ask you this. I know you're going to pound sand. Tell me to pound sand, all this, but I got to do it just to say I did it. A couple weeks ago, Coach kind of was talking with him off air, and and he was kind of hinting at me like, I've been watching this Bulldogs, and I think I got them figured out. And now, hindsight, big win. I know. How'd you figure them out?
Well, if I came off that way, I certainly didn't.
It was one of those
didn't mean to come off that way. I'm never very confident with Artesia. I mean, I find when I'm the most confident, that's usually when I get my teeth kicked in by Artesia. So I don't know what you were picking up there, but I wasn't putting it out. So.
Well, I guess I just get vibes like, I think he's got a few cards up the sleeve there, ready for some things here. But I would have just said, I'm not going to tell you, move on with it because he won, and as far as I'm going, he's a mastermind. But first off, congratulations on the win. Let's talk takeaways from that. The good, the bad, the ugly. What's the positives first? What are the things you're happiest that you saw from your team on Friday?
I was real happy with the way we played in a big game. We hadn't really been in a big game all year, and that's about as big as it gets in this state. So they played well. I was really happy with the way our defense played again. I mean, they did a real good job. Kids were flying around the football and communicating and do the things we want. Offensively, I thought we played well in the first half, but then, we were the last couple of games we've been plagued by penalties. Mm-hmm. We have to get that stuff cleaned up. I think that's something that we have to do a good job of. And then I'm always leery of Artesia's special teams, and I thought
they always have a few tricks under their sleeves. Speaking of tricks,
and that kickoff return team always keeps me up at night. And so I thought our kickoff team did a good job with them. So a lot of positives, and our kids played good, and that was a fun environment.
Good deal. So with the biggest takeaway is, hey, we got to tighten up on penalties and things. That's kind of the focus on work, or is there some other things that we really need to focus on as we transition through district play and obviously talking blue trophies?
Yeah, when we turned the ball over 3 times too. I mean, so we had a couple of picks and a fumble. We had a fumble right there on the 5-yard line in the first half that would have really stoked the fire and built some momentum. So we got to eliminate those turnovers. We got to eliminate those penalties, and especially offensively if we're going to go the places we want to go. So those are two areas we need to improve in. And then we just need to keep growing as a football team. I think one of the things that we worry about is, when you win a big game, you let that game define your season.
Sure.
And we can't let that game define our season. I mean, we've got, 2 more here in the regular season and hopefully 3 more in the playoffs. So we've got to continue to prove and continue to get better.
Well, and the argument can be made every year, but even more so this year. I mean, you look at this district, and we're arguably the strongest district for football in the state, and I would even argue all classes. And with that means that you don't get to skate through district play like some teams do. You're facing the best of the best. More likely than not, you're going to see the exact same teams 2-3 weeks later in the playoffs here. It's just how it is. So I imagine for you guys, it's got to be the moment you smell the roses at all is the moment the rest have caught you. And that's kind of the mindset for this district. It's always that way.
Yeah, and I think we're fortunate because I think we play these big games in district and we play these games right going into playoffs. A team like Piedra Vista, right? Like they played a lot of tough games early, but they're gonna waltz through their district, go 4-0. They're probably gonna beat everybody by 40 points. And I don't know how you get better over the last month of the season when you're playing those types of games. It's really hard to get better.
That sharpens iron mindset, really, and that's probably a plus for this district. So whatever team, obviously we're talking Coyotes here, but whatever team comes out of this district, they're probably the best battle-tested team in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the top 3 teams, according to the coaches poll, the top 3 teams in the state right now are Roswell, Artesia, and Goddard.
Yeah.
So
how would that because I would imagine that's not going to stay that way once playoffs, once they do the rankings, because we got district and our district alone was going to put a wrinkle in that because Goddard's got to, in essence, win next 2 games. If they don't, is there any way they would stay at 3? Granted, now they're playing Artesia and Roswell High as their last 2 games here, but you have to look and say, with losses there for them, obviously with a win that keeps them, but if they lose those out, would they stay as a top 3 team or even in the top 4? And I don't know how the coaches poll would or the guys would do that work.
Well, I think that they would probably at least stay in the top 4.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I think if they lost both those games, I think they'd at least stay in the top 4. Piedra Vista might have a chance to leapfrog them right there because PV did beat Goddard earlier this year. So I definitely think they stay in the top 4. That's how respected our district is.
Good deal.
I mean, you could lose 2 straight.
I didn't know if they
still
could
be a top 4.
We gotta make an argument to put one of these district champs in there, and I just didn't know how, because I was thinking that, and I was like, at the end of the day, that the lowest seed of the 3 might get bumped just because they all play each other at that time.
The issue there is Goddard's beaten the other. I mean, they've beaten.
So it's hard to make that argument.
Yeah, they've beaten Deming and they've beaten Gadsden. Well, those 2 teams are going to play for that district championship.
Sure.
And then, of course, there's that Los Alamos Valley district. They don't play anybody down here, but there's Goddard does a good job of scheduling those 5A schools, and they'll have those other districts head to head.
Yeah. So I was just curious. I was like, I'm very excited to see how that's going to play out, and obviously, when you look at Artesia and more so the Coyotes, you literally control your own destiny at this point. You win your games; they can't make an argument for you not to be the 1 seed. There's, you're there now. You beat Artesia. You win out your last 2 games here. I can't imagine no one could argue anything that you're not the 1 seed here.
But that's the crazy thing about the New Mexico playoffs. Though. What's the 1 seed really do for you?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like if we were to play PV, say, we would have to go to PV because we owe them, even though we're the number 1 seed. If we were to play Artesia again, we're going to have to go down to Artesia because, last time we played in the playoffs, it was here. So, I mean, it's like, I don't know why
it is a bit of
have
a quagmire.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, what are we really getting?
Sure.
Nothing.
Well, and this is just selfishly me hoping. It's like you got to keep Artesia and Roswell 1-2 because that's the only way we can guarantee you guys won't see each other till the state championship game. And if there's a way they can make an argument to put one of y'all at 3, they're going to do that.
Well, I mean, you could. It's the 2 or the 3.
Yeah.
Because the 1 and the 4 match up in the semifinals.
Gotcha.
The 1 seed and the 4 seed would match up in the semifinals.
So 3 be okay too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but there's really if there's not any way they can slip any lower unless they lose one of these next 2 games. I mean, there's really not any way.
Well, Goddard comes in tomorrow night and does what you guys did to Artesia last week, then that could be an interesting one.
Yeah.
So let's talk about tonight's matchup. Mayfield Trojans, obviously another great team. Maybe not as strong as the other three in district right now, but the Goddard beat them. But they had a game. They had to earn that game, and Mayfield's a pretty good team. So what do you guys expect to see in the Wool Bowl tonight? I mean, you're gonna like the Goddard tape. Is there a lot of useful stuff to look at there, or are they going to look different playing a team like you versus playing a team like Goddard?
No, I mean, Goddard does a lot of the same things that we do on offense. I mean, they're a little bit more under center, and they run the ball more than we do. We throw it a little bit more than they do. So we can get some things off the Goddard tape. Mayfield's, Mayfield is coached by Gary Bradley. Of course, we know the Bradley name here in Roswell.
Absolutely.
Fantastic coaching family, and Coach Bradley is doing a good job. Like I'm a little bit baffled at their record a little bit, because I look out there and I look at their players, and it looks like, I mean, they look the part. I mean, they've got some good athletes, and they've got some big kids. And
is it their schedule, or is it?
I think some of it's their schedule. They have to play Las Cruces, and they have to play Centennial. Two of the top teams in 6A. But I think Coach Bradley's kind of in the process of rebuilding that thing, and probably hasn't got his culture right yet.
Sure.
And so,
so you might see this team in a year or two, if they're still in our district, as right there, and we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, exactly. I mean, because they're really young. I mean, I think they start 1 or 2 seniors on offense and maybe 3 on defense, and so they're really young and they're really athletic. The quarterback's good, and that might be some of their issues too, is they're young. So,
and that's what, because I was kind of listening to the Goddard game because I was board op in that one, and that's. The youth part made sense, because it was that thing where they'd make a great play and then something dumb would happen, and that's usually a sign of youth or inexperience.
And I think they fumbled inside the 5 3 times against Goddard. So, they get a couple of those touchdowns. That's a different game altogether. So we better come to the Wool Bowl tonight ready to play, because again,
if you underestimate, they will spank you.
Yeah, exactly. So
they will make you pay for if you underestimate that team.
Yes, sir.
Good deal. Which what you want. That's what you come and now, and granted, that's a battle tested program too. Like you said, they come out of a pretty rough neck of woods too in Cruces area. Like you said, they're battling the Centennials and all these big name schools throughout the state there in Cruces on every given Friday too. So that tends to make a team a better team when you do that stuff. So. It's going to be a fun one in the Wool Bowl here tonight. So don't think it's a walkover win, or if you're looking to think this is going to be a quick mercy rule game, you're going to be surprised. This one might be. I'm not saying it's going to come down to the wire, but this game's not a gimme for anybody. It's going to be a workout for everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Is this? Now before we wrap up real quick, I do want to ask: is this kind of a trap moment for you and the players? Like, do you have to spend, you didn't have any problem getting your guys motivated for Artesia. But like you said, young people do young people things. Is it really a lot of this week saying, don't get big headed, stay grounded, is that the big challenge this week, is keep your head in the game?
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, it's a huge challenge. I mean, everybody's patting them on the back and telling them how great they are.
Sure.
And rightfully so. I mean, they're 8-0 and they've done a good job, but the job's not done. And so we got to, I mean, the big thing, and that's where we earn our money, is trying to keep these 16, 17, 18-year-old kids focused on what they're doing.
Right.
Hey, you're not that good. We got to keep getting better. I mean, all those things. And that's a huge challenge for us. And you're right. We have spent a lot of time this week talking about that.
Keeping anybody that got a group of teenage boys to do the same thing at one time is impressive to do. So.
Yeah.
Well, folks, kickoff will be coming up here in just a few minutes. We'll do our player spotlight right after this quick break, and then we'll take it down to Art and Kelly for the game. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to the Dion's pregame show right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Read this. Seems Councilman Barry Foster didn't pay his water bill for over 2 years, owing almost $2,000.
How? They would have cut his water off.
State mandates the water service couldn't be cut during COVID.
This says the Fosters make around $150,000 a year, and they refuse to pay their water bill?
Since Barry Foster's been on city council, city debt has tripled. With rising crime, he voted against hiring 5 new police officers.
And the city delayed vital repairs to our drinking water system. Now, repair costs have skyrocketed.
It's time for a change.
Change by voting for Carlos Marujo.
He's a supervisor at Eastern New Mexico U. Carlos knows how inflation impacts Roswell's working families.
Carlos Marujo will demand Roswell live within its means. He respects taxpayers.
We can't afford 16 years of Councilman Barry Foster.
Our Values PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising. Paid for by Our Values PAC. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed, antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
My name is Jalen Cloud. I'm number 31. I'm a junior. My position is running back. My parents are Marisol Vargas. I'm also involved in basketball and golf. My favorite teacher is Miss Cooper. My favorite football team is the Carolina Panthers. I love being a Coyote because when we play Goddard, it just feels nice beating them.
My name is Vernon Molinar. My number is 32. I'm a senior. I play linebacker. My parents are Kayla and Santiago Molinar. I'm involved in track, and I love being a Coyote because of the environment.
My name is Eli Lynn. I am number 33. I play defensive end. My parents are Jeff and Julie Lynn. I am also involved in baseball and Nationals Honor Society. My favorite teacher is all of them. My favorite football team is the Seahawks, and I love being a Coyote because I love the Coyote pride.
My name is Luis Godoy. I'm a junior running back. I'm involved with wrestling, track, powerlifting, and my parents are Lupita Godoy and Jesus Ariano, and my favorite team is the Eagles. And I love being a Coyote because they're my family.
My name is Gabriel Anaya. I'm number 36. I'm a junior. My position is outside linebacker. My parents are Marla and Melvin Anaya. I'm also involved in powerlifting and baseball. My favorite teacher is Dr. Rao. My favorite football team is America's team, the Cowboys. And I love being a Coyote because this is my first year here and I already feel like part of the family.
October, Artesia General Hospital is here to help you take charge of your breast health. About 1 in 8 women in the U.S. will develop breast cancer. Understanding your family history and getting screened can help lower your risk and lead to early detection. They're pleased to offer advanced 3D mammography, providing increased early detection, more accurate results, and enhanced comfort. Don't wait. Request your mammogram today. Women over 40 don't need a physician's referral to schedule their annual screening. Visit artesiageneral.com/mammogram.
Hey neighbors, there's a new source for all your appliance needs in the area. We're Roswell Appliance Outlet. We sell new minor scratch and dent appliances and we'll help you save 40 to 60% off of MSRP. All come with warranty and personalized service. We also offer parts and service for your existing household appliances. We offer financing and delivery options as well. Don't make that big box store mistake. Come see us at Roswell Appliance Outlet today at 600 South Main in Roswell or call 575-363-9236.
Roswell Appliance Outlet, a proud supporter of Roswell Sports.
All
right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Coyote Football here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVP.TV.com. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald, live from the Wool Bowl here in Roswell, New Mexico. We're going to pause for just a moment for the playing of the national anthem. All right, we are back. The national anthem played by Roswell High School Big Red Band. And just for the information here that we have the citywide school band night here at the Wool Bowl, Monday, October 23rd, 2023, and the event is free for the marching band performance. All right, here we go now. We're about 3 minutes and 50 seconds before actually the meeting at midfield, so we still have a little bit here. So the Roswell Coyotes, 8-0, taking on the one spot overall in the state of New Mexico.
I'm off to a bad start.
All right, okay. I was going to ask you, but I think it's going to be curable there. So
I think we're all right.
All right. And then, as I mentioned, the Roswell Coyotes will be taking on the Mayfield Trojans. Overall record 4-4, 0-1 in district, and ranked 36 overall in the state of New Mexico. Once again, the Roswell Coyotes ranked number 1 in all classifications, and in the 5A classifications receiving 11 votes, and then the Artesia Bulldogs receiving 1, and that is questionable. I'm going to tell you that right now. And then, of course, the Mayfield Trojans in the 6th spot here in the 5A classification. So, Coach McDonald, I'm going to tell you right now, this is the second to the last game of the regular season. I shouldn't say that. District play. This is it. Starting this week and next week.
Yeah, both those things, yeah.
For the district. And then, of course, next week we're going to have a lot of fun talking about algorithms, state playoffs, and you name it. So it looks like the Roswell Coyotes are not the goal line. The Roswell Police Department has the bar lights on. And here comes the Roswell Coyotes in their black uniforms, gray helmets, kind of blackish, big R, and they look sharp. And the Mayfield Trojans are taking the field. Coach, what do you think, man?
Well, I tell you, this is a big game, as they all are, especially a big game because it is a district contest against a tough opponent, of course, because we're playing in the district we play in. It's always a tough opponent, no matter where it is. Mayfield's coming in the game, as you said, ranked number 8 in the max preps. They're coming in 7th in the coaches poll, and then 6th in the New Mexico press poll. So we got all kinds of polls here. All of them have Roswell number 1. They have Mayfield, anywhere 6 to 8 in there, so you can kind of get a feel for that. But this is a good football team. This is a team that they're not probably playing the best football of the season right now. I mean, they're kind of struggling a little bit, but this is not a team to be taken lightly. They're well coached by the third Coach Bradley they've had in their school's history. But really, they've lost 4 out of the last 6. And those 2 losses were to 0-8 Berlin and 0-8 Centuries. I mean, they're really not playing their best ball, as I said, of the season. Coyotes, on the other hand, the exact opposite. I mean, everything clicking on all cylinders. I mean, you couldn't ask for I mean, there's very little to be critical of. So this is going to be a real tough task for Mayfield.
Absolutely. Okay, right before we start the introductions of rosters here, you and I always start a broadcast off with talking about a little bit of a score between Roswell and, of course, the Mayfield Trojans. We talked earlier in the week, but I'm going to tell you right now, I think that the Roswell Coyotes are going to come out victorious, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, as we always talked about throughout the year, the defense is the number one team, the number one defense in the state of New Mexico. But I'm going to tell you what, I really do feel that the Roswell Coyotes are going to jump out in front immediately, especially in the first half. I do think we're going to get 4 quarters of play, and this is why. I think that Coach Lynn will pull off the Dogs eventually, if not in the third quarter, in the fourth quarter, and give some repetition over to his reserve players. I think the Roswell Coyotes are going to win 45-7.
All right, I've got a similar score. I've got a prediction of 42-0 is my prediction. This defense is just not allowing anybody to score. And, you know, they held the Artesia offense to 0 points. The Artesia defense did score in that game. But this defense, I mean, until someone shows me they can score on them, I may just start picking zeros for the other team from here on out. But I'll tell you what, it's very important that the Coyotes get out to a fast start. And one thing I will disagree with you, John, partner. Okay. I think Coach Lynn will take an opportunity to end this game early if he can.
Okay, well, that's great. We'll see what happens. I would like to see that, but you know, I really do think
unusual.
that
it'd definitely be unusual.
It would be unusual, but and there's, you know, next week's the end of the season,
right?
You know, regular season before playoffs, and so, you know, he would like to have some more rest for his kids, especially when you're playing the crosstown rival next week, the God of Rockets.
And, you know, right now we're pretty dang healthy as a team overall.
So far, so good. And there's that outside kick, as we talked about.
They've got it.
And it looks like the Roswell Coyotes might have the ball, and the Coyotes claim they have it. And I was just going to tell you that's what happened last week against Artesia. And they're going to say the Mayfield Trojans got lucky on that, because the Coyotes were actually wrestling on the ground.
Well, and I saw someone flying there that I thought a Coyote had the first chance to actually secure that football. But the difference between this week and last week, this week it was intentional. Last week it was kind of oops and didn't mean to do that.
It kind of happens that way. So, all right, so the Mayfield Trojans are going to be 1st and 10 from the 42, and it's going to be the quarterback, Luke Lennon. The junior quarterback is going to be in about shotgun right, kind of a pistol formation, I should say, and it's going to be a quick pass just like that, and hit hard.
And by a Coyote. Unfortunately, it looks like it's Zach Carrasco, but
yeah.
Oh,
Salcedo. They're going to say it's Salcedo here, so it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 8, so plus 2 yards.
I think Salcedo was made the catch. So.
Salcedo, yes, that's the 5'8". Okay, so it's going to be another run. Real quick, the Roswell Coyotes look like they won the toss. It looks like they're going to defer to the second half. So the defense for the Roswell Coyotes up front, the starting front defensive end on the left side, Eli Lynn, number 33, stands at 5'11". He's a 220-pound senior. And we'll be playing next to his brother, number 71, Noah Lynn, the defensive tackle at 6'2", 250-pound junior. And then here comes the pass again. Under pressure is...
Oh, and Noah Lynn had that
again
in his big paws.
Yeah.
And he's going to be upset.
Well, he's still a puppy.
Yeah. That'll go down as a pass defense for him, but my goodness, that might have been the old pick 6 for the big kid.
Mason Greathouse will be playing defensive tackle, 6'2", 210-pound junior, followed by Aiden Rutley, the 6'5", 215, number 40, and then Jeremiah Morial, the 5'8" cornerback, and Wes Gallegos, the 5'8", 180-pound all muscle is going to be the defensive line there, and then that's going to be a 4th down and 8 now for the Mayfield Trojans. And it's
Gallegos. It's Castillo back there.
Castillo, okay.
To receive the punt. Do have a flag. Let's see what it's going to be.
All right, and while they're figuring that out, I'll finish announcing the safeties here. It's going to be number 14, Connor Nichols, followed by Zach Carrasco, the 6'2", 180-pound safety. And then the linebackers tonight will be number 32, Vernon Molinar, the Sam linebacker, followed by Keegan Nichols, the Will linebacker. And then number 3, the hard-hitting, 190-pound, 5'11", Damian Quesada.
All right, so we had offsides on the Coyotes, and now Mayfield's going to go for it, and they may have drawn the Coyotes off again. They have. So instead of receiving a punt, and they get a penalty, and then instead of defending a 4th and 3, where they've had lots of success lately, they jump, and so it's a first down via penalty. So that's not a good start for this vaunted defense.
All right, the offensive line. Let me just do this. The starters here for Mayfield after this play, it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 46 for Mayfield. 0-0 is the score as the game just started. 10:56 left in the first quarter. The quarterback is Luke Lennon. Going nowhere.
Kyle's just too fast there. He had number 14. That is Connor Nichols. Tripping him up and then finished off, I believe, by West Gallegos, but I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to see those shiny numbers.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It was West Gallegos.
Going to bring up 2nd and 9 at the Coyote 45. So Mayfield has not had a play go more than 3 yards. Yet they have the first down in the game.
That's including the pass, the quick pass from Lennon to Gallegos, and now it's going to be handed off once again. No, it's going to be a ride and read, and Lennon's going to be close to the first down. I don't think he has it, but it's going to be real close. Starting lineup for the Las Cruces Mayfield Trojans. Number 11 is the quarterback. Number 11 is Luke Lennon, followed by number 12, the running back, Anthony Navarez. You're going to hear a lot about him. He's the 5'9", 150-pound running back. He is actually a junior, and now the Mayfield Trojans, they did get the first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 35, and handed off once again is Anthony Navarez. He'll gain maybe 1. Number 3, the wide receiver is going to be Brian Coyle, the 6'3", 192-pound senior, and then number 4 is Jaden Villapando, the wide receiver. And then you'll see some action from number 33. That's going to be Zayden Salcido, the 5'8" wide receiver, as we talked about him, as he caught the first pass of the game for the Mayfield Trojans. 2nd and 10 from the 35, 9:25 left in the first quarter. It's going to be handed off. No, it's going to be fumbled. It's going to be picked up by the Coyotes, and the Coyotes will gain possession via the turnover.
That time it was Noah Lynn, I believe. Well, even this close to sideline, I can't tell who is Eli Lynn. Yep. So Eli will don the hardware there on the fumble recovery. Wasn't a forced fumble.
All right, the offense is out on the field now for the Roswell Coyotes. 1st and 10 from the 47. And let's see what Coach Lynn and the Roswell Coyotes will have up their sleeve on their first possession. Manny Fuentes will lead the Coyotes here at the quarterback position, followed by the running back, the standout Bryce Sanchez, Josh Estrada in the slot area, and then Peyton Kennard also involved in the backfield. Manny Fuentes rolling out to his left side. He is in trouble, and he's just going to take it himself and go out of bounds, and that's probably the smartest thing he probably could do right now.
Well, I would say maybe just throw it out of bounds at that point because he's going to lose 4 yards on the play. Well, don't throw an interception. So that part was good, but you don't like taking the loss there.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't know if he had the angle to throw, but I'm with you. If he had the opportunity, I think he.
I mean, outside the pocket, it's really hard to get that grounding penalty.
Okay, so it's going to be 2nd and 14 from the 43. Fuentes will hand it off. No, it's going to be a quick pass to Estrada. And Estrada will maybe get back to the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 2nd down.
I think we can give him 5 on that.
And 9. L.J. Macias will get some reps at the wide receiver position, followed by Malachi Mitchell. And the front line, we'll talk about that throughout the game. The center tonight will be number 74, Rico Lujan. Jesus Gutierrez and Dylan King and Javier Garcia and Adrian Barraza will also be involved in the line. Manny Fuentes, quick pass over to number 11. That's going to be Abel Toscano, and Toscano will get positive yardage.
Yeah, about 5 for AB.
It's going to bring up a 4th down. Question is, will the Coyotes go ahead and go for it and try to draw the Mayfield Trojans offsides? Let's see.
Although I think they'll do that to try to get it closer. But I don't think they're going to run the play from here. I could see him going for a fake punt to try to get it from here. Looks like they're just going to go.
Now Fuentes rolling out to the right side.
Oh, he's got a man wide open down the field.
And it will be a first down for the Coyotes.
Oh, but Manny missed a touch. Easy.
He did down here. I think he was trying to say better safe than sorry, but you're right. Wide open.
Who made that catch?
Don't know. There's the bull right there. That is Bryce Sanchez for positive yardage. You and I were down on the field. We said, is that a lineman down there or what? I mean, just strong as a bull.
Yeah. They said number 38 made the catch.
Yeah, earlier, and I don't think that's right.
I think it's probably LJ. I'm going to give it to LJ.
Okay.
And 5 yards for Bryce, first carry. That's a long time to go without handing it to Bryce. 5 plays into the game. It's too long.
Yeah, 2nd and 5 now from the 35. Coyotes are in Trojan territory. And there's Bryce Sanchez, as you mentioned, 2 consecutive rushes. And we'll be a little closer to another Coyote first down, but it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about a long 2.
You already got a score from the Bulldog Bowl. Looks like Casares is running in for a touchdown. So it's 6-0 Artesia.
Okay. And you know, I think Segala's out. He's down on the field, right?
Segala is inactive.
He is inactive, and that one's going to be handed off to number 11, and that's going to be Abe Toscano. I think the Coyotes going to utilize Toscano a little bit more in this game here.
Yeah, he's going to get 8 there, so... Yeah, just so many weapons. I mean, Segala out for this game. He'll be back next week for sure, 100%.
Oh yeah,
but there's plenty of people to pick up the slack. I mean, Manny's thrown to like 8 different guys just for touchdowns this year.
There's going to be a quick pass, completed pass, and that looks like it's going to be to Peyton Kennard.
Oh, is it?
Well,
and
looks like that's Estrada.
As Estrada?
It is Estrada.
It's going to be hard to do stats tonight.
Yeah, just because of the silver numbers on the black jerseys. There's Fuentes, and I can just tell you that one is going to be Bryce Sanchez, and he will have another Coyote first down. Still on his feet. Just so hard to see the numbers in there. I see Kennard in the ball game.
Yeah, Kennard just checked in.
So you have number 10, you have Estrada, you have Palomino, excuse me.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch it on the broadcast there on one of the angles.
There's going to be a toss over to Bryce Sanchez on his feet on the 5 and down, finally, about the 2-yard line. Good run by Bryce Sanchez. So you have Abe Toscano and Malachi Mitchell entering the ball game here.
Let's see if Manny rolls out here.
Well, there's motion there, and that one's going to be handed off to Abe Toscano. Coyotes in for 6. Touchdown, Coyotes. And I did my homework right then and there, Coach, as I saw the kids going in, and that's how I know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm having to check the monitor, the close-up on one of our 2 cameras here, but it is a 3-yard touchdown run for Abe Toscano. I think that's his first rushing touchdown of the year. He's caught some.
And the PAT is going to be up and good. Coyotes lead 7-0 here in quarter 1 with 4:48 left in this first quarter. We're going to take a break. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Wakefield Oil Express has the highest quality service in Roswell with a 17-point full-service oil change that includes a full wash and vacuum at their car wash. You won't find a better deal. They also offer full synthetic oil changes, fuel and cabin filter replacements, and will even check your battery. Their Tunnel Wash isn't afraid of dirty vehicles. They have the best value wash in town with free vacuums. They even offer wash passes that can be used for multiple vehicles. Next time you need your oil changed, go to the fast and efficient Wakefield Oil Express and let them earn your business. 3204 North Main, Roswell.
All right, welcome back to Coyote Football on KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. On Sandoval, Kelly McDonald broadcasting live here from the Wool Bowl. Coyotes do lead 7-0 on a 3-yard touchdown rush from Abe Toscano. Extra point, good. Let's see how Peyton Kenner is going to react here. He's going to go ahead and kick this deep. He does. And it's not even going to be returnable whatsoever.
Now into the end zone in the air, so another touchback for Kennard. That's 12 or 13, I believe. Pretty decent percentage, considering he doesn't always try to kick touchbacks. He's got a pretty decent touchback percentage.
Yeah. Well, the defense for the Roswell Coyotes here. Talked about them earlier, that front line with Eli Lynn and Noah Lynn working on the left side. Mason Greathouse, Aiden Rutley. Quarterbacks, West Gallegos, Jeremiah Moriel. And the safeties is hard-hitting Connor Nichols along with Zai Carrasco, Damon Casado, and Vernon Molinar. And Keegan Nichols involved in the defense as of right this moment. Quick pass, and that's going to be incomplete. Pass from Lennon. Was a little deep, but just incomplete.
Yeah, I just missed him. I mean, didn't really have a step. He would have had a chance to make the play, but Jeremiah Moriel is just on him. I mean, good coverage. And it'll bring up 2nd and long for this offense, who has not been able to move the ball at all against the Roswell Coyotes and already have a turnover. So
it's going to be 2nd down and 10 now. Lennon, the quarterback, going to hand it off, and of course that front line of the Roswell Coyotes, as we talked about, Noah Lynn, Greathouse, Rutley, and Lynn.
Yeah, I don't know which Lynn got there first, but they were both involved.
Yeah, it looked like Noah Lynn initially got the first hit.
And actually, the 3rd Lynn boy is suited up tonight from the JV squad. That's Luke Lynn. You keep saying Luke Lennon for the quarterback. I keep hearing Luke Lynn.
Well, and that's pretty nice to see. As during pregame, he was taking some snaps at the quarterback position, and he's not a small fella.
No, and of course he's been the JV quarterback all year, and tried to get the tackler on that running play. I think it's, I don't think it was. Yeah, he said Malachi Mitchell on the tackle. I think it was Connor Nichols.
And back here to receive, once again, is going to be Castillo.
My goodness. So they wind up for 2 punts, and we have jumped off sides on both of them. And that will not make Coach Lynn happy. He's talking to the offense. He hadn't even seen it yet, so they're lucky. It will not make Coach Bolaños happy. That's for sure. He's staring right down the line. Still going to punt. Still Castillo back.
Another flag.
And this time they're going to move it right back. So that's kind of like a non-simultaneous offsetting penalties, right? All right, so it will go back to 4th and 10 from about the 20. And Castillo standing at his own 45-yard line. Dangerous returner, had some success early in the season as a return man. So he's certainly capable. Lots of candidates to do that for Roswell, but Castillo's one of the good ones.
All right, that snap is a little high. It looks like it's going to be a fake punt.
He's going to get it.
And he will get the first down. That's going to be number 13, Spencer Hart.
That's gutsy.
Really gutsy against this defense.
I mean, you're on your own 20-yard line. That is a gutsy call. And that could have been one of those read situations that they allow the punter to say, hey, if you're sure, you can go. And, he had a lot of room there, had lots of daylight. So,
I'm kind of wondering if that's kind of a Bradley tradition. I know the late Jim Bradley used to teach that.
Yeah.
Give the opportunity. If you have a kicker that can kick, but you can still read the field, he gives that opportunity. So I wonder if that's just kind of a family tradition. And that's going to be a fumble.
Oh, my goodness. And that was Eli Lynn with the forced fumble. And Eli is disruptive today. Eli had a good week of practice in which he was kind of on a mission. We'll just say that. That's all I'll say about it. But
yeah,
he taking it out on the Mayfield Trojans right here. It's going to bring up 2nd and 15.
Well, here we go. The Roswell Coyote defense, just not their normal selves right now.
Well, maybe Lennon has a good cadence, good hard count because.
Well, but you still got to be more disciplined with that. You got to read the ball, and
so Eli causes a tackle for loss and then gives it right back.
I know they're eager. They're very anxious.
Yeah, a little too anxious on that one, and he might be lining up offside.
Yeah, he's very close.
He backs up a hair. Let's see if they let him get away with it. They do.
And they do. And there's going to be the pass from Lennon.
Overthrown again.
And that's intercepted. Wow. Is that Zach Carrasco? No, that's number 7. That is Keegan Nichols. All right, so guess what? This is good as a punt, right?
No, it's not, because it's demoralizing. I mean, they forced 2 fumbles. Well, I shouldn't say that. They fumbled twice, one forced and one was just a fumble. And now they're throwing an interception on a ball that, boy, Keegan made up ground in a hurry there because it wasn't underthrown. I mean, the receiver was not slowing down. He just made up that ground and just went up and got it.
Well, nice hands by Keegan Nichols to get the interception. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 30. For the Roswell Coyotes, they are in Mayfield Trojan territory, but the Coyotes do lead 7-0 here with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in quarter number 1. Manny Fuentes, the quarterback, pistol formation, speed option to the right, 118 speed option. There goes Bryce Sanchez. And actually going to get another Coyote first down. And wait, stand by. It is Sanchez. It is.
Oh, yeah, you can tell by the way he's running. It was Sanchez.
Well, and he's padded up there with his pink tape there.
Yeah, when it looks like a oversized linebacker running with the football, you know it's Bryce Sanchez.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. And there he is again.
Oh, good tackle that time.
I'm just telling you, I mean, you know, I said it before. We said it last year. We'll say it again. Nicest kid you'll meet.
Oh, yeah.
Nicest kid you'll meet, very respectful, and I tell you what, and the reason I say that, you see him in the halls, you shake his hand, it's always a yes sir, no sir, and treats everybody with total respect. Good student, great football player, and man, I tell you what, very, very quality. So that's going to be 2nd down and 9 now for the Roswell Coyotes. Fuentes going to toss over to the left to Bryce Sanchez, and Sanchez still moving his feet, and this time he's not going to go anywhere.
Nope, 0 yards on that one. He'll be stuck at 39 yards on 7 carries, which is good, but below his average on yards per carry. Good pursuit there by the Mayfield Trojan defense.
You know, and the Mayfield Trojans, you know, I do have their depth chart here. We'll talk about the defense here in just a moment. We're under a minute now here in quarter 1, 3rd and 9 for the Roswell Coyotes, working left hash from the 46. Fuentes, the quarterback, dropping back to pass, in trouble, and that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that was a screen, setting up the screen all the way. It just didn't develop for him.
Right.
And so that will bring up 4th down and will bring Zai Carrasco out to punt, or at least line up to punt. Now, we talked about, you know, the fake punt the other way. Zai Carrasco is a runner of the football. I mean, he would be a lead running back on most any team in the state. He doesn't even play offense for us.
Well, not only that, he was a quarterback in his freshman year. He can throw the ball, he can run, he can hit. There's about everything he can do, but look at this. He can also kick real good. Look at that spiral.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's going to be returnable for number 33, Zayden Salcido, and Salcido brought down about the 20-yard line. Good kick by Mr. Zach Carrasco. You know, I don't know. It's just a decent crowd. I'm not saying that at all. Just we got some people still coming in. A lot of people out of town.
Nate Quintero, special teams tackle, around the ankles, did a good job there. And Mayfield will start from their 21-yard line. Offense kind of sputtering here to start things off.
Okay, 1st and 10 now for Mayfield. And it's going to be a handoff. Anthony Navarez will get about 2 yards. They're going to call it 3 yards. Let's see if they get one more play before the quarter's over.
I think they will, or they'll try to get us to jump if they're smart.
Well, you got plenty of time. They're going to let it go.
Yep, just going to let it go.
Well, here's the thing. If he would have snapped that, it would have been a good chance for Roswell to recover because you have the time clocks on the north and south side, and Lynn is looking on the back of the side. But anyway, Coyotes lead 7-0 at the end of one. We're going to be right back. You are listening and watching KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
All right, we're back to Coyote football at the end of one. Coyotes lead 7-0. Coach, what are your thoughts here, man? Quarter one.
Well, slow start by the offense and then some sloppiness by the defense. So, this is not a good start at all for this team. I'll say it. You and I don't mind calling it like it is. This team is averaging 12 points, basically 2 touchdowns a game in the first quarter this year. Now they got one, but certainly not playing just real well right now.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens. Quarter one is expired. Coyotes lead 7-0, and we'll see what happens here as Lennon will take the snaps or continue to take the snaps for Mayfield. 2nd and 7 from the 24. It's Lennon. Navarre is going to be shotgun left. It's going to be handed off. No, it's going to be a quick pass. And it's going to be intercepted for a pick 6. In the end zone. Touchdown, Coyotes.
Zach Carrasco. And he was just waiting. He was just waiting all the way for that. Had it read completely. 24-yard return for the touchdown. And no flags. 13-0 Coyotes. And boy, that was just, you could just kind of see it coming,
Well, it made it look real easy. As a matter of fact, just walked into the end zone.
And Zach Carrasco will go put on the turnover hardware. And, yeah, this crowd, I guess we're just used to the crowd last week, but student section still trying to fill out a little bit. But nothing like last week, that's for sure. So here is Peyton Kennard looking for his second PAT.
Yep. And there's the whistle. Let's see what happens here. PAT is up and plenty of distance. It's good. Coyotes lead 14-0. We're going to take a break. You are listening and watching KSVBTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
All right, welcome back to Coyote football as Zai Carrasco, number 16, has a pick 6, goes into the end zone, 24 yards, and the extra point, good. Man, Zai Carrasco made that look real easy, Coach.
Yeah, he just took that safety position. He had his assignment, but he just watched the quarterback, saw the play develop. I'm sure he saw it on film.
Oh, yeah.
And just said, hey, here's my chance. And quarterback never saw him, so I made him pay.
All right, let's see here as the Coyotes get ready to...
And did we have a celebration penalty or something? Why are we kicking off?
I might have. I didn't.
15 yards deeper than we. Yeah, I missed that entirely.
Well, I don't think that's going to be a big deal because the leg of Peyton Kennard will get to the end zone if he wants it to be.
Well, the way the defense is playing, this would be a real surprise onside kick. He's going to pop one up.
That's going to be returnable. Let's see if they go into starburst. They don't. I didn't see any starburst on film, but there's going to be a flag. And that looks like it might be on the Coyotes, huh?
Yeah, weird place for a flag to come out of. And weird-looking flag. I can't see him at all. Partner, you have to help me with the flags.
Yeah, I see the pink flags for Cancer Awareness Month, but I'm not sure exactly who that was on. They're going to have a discussion there about the 42-yard line and see what's going on.
The only thing I can think of is maybe someone on the coverage team pulled someone's face mask or something. You just don't usually get penalties on the coverage team. Very often you get them on the receiving team. And it is going to be on Mayfield, so.
Okay.
Some kind of hold, blocks and back, something like that. Oh, personal foul.
That's going to be
Oh, did he give the hold indication?
It looked like a hold indication. Let's see here, the spot of the foul. Oh, and personal foul. There you go. So you had a holding call and a personal foul.
Well, he indicated, that was weird, because he's indicating both. Because that's not holding distance to mark it off. So there must have been some sort of personal foul aspect of that penalty.
All right, so Lynn's going to be the quarterback, 1st and 10 from the 23, and another offside call on the Coyotes.
Yeah, and this time it's Noah Lynn, I think.
Well, it's number 71. That is Noah Lynn.
And boy, this is
unusual.
Yeah, and it's not going to be good at halftime.
I don't think so. 1st and 5 now for Mayfield. Lennon will right and read. He will get close to the first down if he doesn't have it.
Yeah, good open field tackle, but not before plenty of yardage was made for the first down.
Got an update over there in Artesia. Is that correct, Coach?
We do. Still in the first quarter, it is 12-0 Artesia. Artesia is moving the football again in Goddard territory. They're at the 37-yard line. So we get another penalty on Mayfield. This will be a hold.
Okay, so that's going to be going back.
So after all this,
19-yard line or so, and it is.
This is basically going to wind up being a 1st and 15.
A lot of penalties here in this first half.
Yeah, both teams, and it's been kind of ugly, and you don't like to see that.
Right. So 1st and 14 now. Dropping back to passes Lennon. Quick screen. And that's not going to work.
Well, I mean, they pick up some of it. They get 7 or so, and I thought the Coyotes kind of over-pursued the quarterback. I think it's, when you got 3 of your teammates closing in on the quarterback at the same time, hey, might be a screen.
Very dangerous there. I thought, they're going to go quick here.
Boy, and they could have called the Coyotes.
Yeah, too many on the field.
Yeah, but they didn't throw the flag, so gave them the benefit of the doubt on.
Well, Coach Gary Bradley, it looks like he's trying to get his team to do hurry-up offense. 3rd down and 9 from the 24. It's 14-0 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. And another flag. Very, very ugly first half.
Yeah.
As far as penalties are concerned.
Well, it's not been fun to watch. I mean, the interception was fun to watch. The forced fumble was, the touchdown run by Toscano, that was all good. But, man, there have been some sloppy football other than that. Let's see what this is going to be. Looks like they're coming back Roswell High's way in this penalty. And we'll get the indication.
Yeah,
we might get the indication. Illegal substitution, so they did catch him.
Okay, so
the Lions had a 15-yard penalty. Boy, I'm not getting this.
All right, so it looks like you're going to have, it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 39. Mayfield's ball. Trips to the top of your screen. Lennon, the quarterback. Shotgun right for Mayfield. And there's going to be a fumble. And it looks like the Coyotes will have it.
Not even too excited about it. I don't know who knocked it out.
Well, I think it's number 7. I think it's Keegan Nichols that has the turnover, or excuse me, the ball.
Well, let's see who comes and puts on the necklace. The chain, I should say.
The turnover chain. Real hard to see the numbers on the back uniforms, but nonetheless, it is Coyotes ball. 1st and 10 from the 38. Coyotes are in Mayfield territory. Pistol formation. Fuentes, quick pass, and it's going to be caught.
And is that LJ?
Well, they're close to us, and I still can't see.
Yeah, 18?
Yeah, it is going to be number 18. That's going to be LJ Macias.
And we're going to have our producer put on his spotter cap for us today, I think. There's going to be 8 yards for LJ.
So second and 2, right hash. All right, here comes Fuentes once again. Quick pass, dumps it over to Estrada.
He's got the speed, but he can't quite make the corner. He will get the first down. About 10 yards on that completion.
Yeah, I saw the 1-3 on the flash. Malachi Mitchell coming in the ball game.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We need help.
Yeah, well, that'd be great. Need a spotter here. Okay, 1st and 10 from the 20. 14-0 is the score for the listeners on the radio. 10 minutes and a tick. Left hash, Manny Fuentes, captain quarterback. Toss to the right side by Sanchez. Over to the right, cuts to the middle, and he's still on his feet. And finally brought down about the 4-yard line. And an excellent run by Bryce Sanchez.
Yeah, I think we're just going to give him 14 on that.
That's it, Coach?
Yeah.
So it's going to be 1st down and about 6.
Keegan, wait a minute. Keegan Nichols is in the game at tight end.
Yeah, it looks like he is in at tight end.
Wow. I have not seen that this year. They might have slipped it by me on a running play.
And that's just going to be a regular quarterback lead. Fuentes fighting his way. And the Coyotes look like he's in for a touchdown. Fuentes in for 6 more. And the Coyotes take a 20-0 lead as Manny Fuentes forces himself in from 6 yards out. Touchdown Coyotes.
Well, what did Ringo say? I get by with a little help from my friends. He definitely got help from his friends on that one. Just kind of helping bulldoze their way, pushing him over. The brotherly shove, as they call it in some places.
Well, that's good for about 50 yards. PAT's up and good. Coyotes lead big here in the first half, 21-0. We're going to take a break. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
Welcome back to Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. Man, what a game this has been. Kind of an ugly game, but big lead for the Roswell Coyotes, 21-0 on a 6-yard touchdown rush by Manny Fuentes. And when I say ugly, just a lot of penalties.
Yeah, I mean, they've done some things well, obviously. But too many penalties, too many...
By both squads.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a deep kick, and it's returnable from the 12-yard line.
Oh, nice run back.
And finally, a Mayfield Trojan is going to be brought down about the 30-yard line.
And I think that's number 5, and that is Nathan Herrera on the tackle. Nice special teams job there by Nate. And update from the Bulldog Bowl, 20-0. We're still in the first quarter there, according to the broadcast. I'm assuming that that's accurate, but 20-0 Artesia. Goddard has the ball at their own 20. And we'll keep you updated there.
Okay, 1st and 10. It's going to be Lennon. We'll hand it off to Anthony Navarez.
And number 7 again, Keegan Nichols. I said during the break they pulled out the Bobby Boucher and put in Nichols on offense to block there. Last play.
All right, 2nd and 3. It's going to be handed off again to Navarez. Navarez hits a wall and going nowhere.
Yeah, going to be a tackle for a loss, 2-yard loss there, and that looks like Eli Lynn. Eli's been very active tonight on defense.
Right.
Sometimes too much. He's got 2 offsides penalties as well. But
Dominic Silva coming in the ball game now, and it looks like, speaking of Lynn, Noah Lynn's going to take a little breather.
Yeah, and that's just regular rotation, and Lynn, he's gesturing to Coach Bolaños.
What's going on, he's saying, huh?
So don't take me out.
He's probably saying, oh, can I go play quarterback?
I don't know about that. That's the Lynn quarterback is the last one, I think.
Yeah, I know. They all can probably play it, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
All right, so it's going to be 2nd down and 4 for the Mayfield Trojans. Excuse me, now it's going to say 2nd and 3, but I'm going to say 2nd and 4.
Oh, yeah, it's 4.
And that's going to be on the 37-yard line. 37-yard line.
3rd down.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think they messed that up.
Still going nowhere. There, yeah, maybe 1 yard.
Well, I guess that is correct because
it's not, though.
It's not.
I mean, they had negative yardage on the play before. This
should be 4th down.
This should be 4th down. This is a mistake. We'll go back on the film because they didn't move the ball, so it wasn't a penalty to replay the down. I didn't see him indicate offsetting penalties, which would replay the down. This should be 4th down. I saw Coach Lynn just put up his hand like maybe with 4 fingers, and now he's asking the ref, but
it is 4th down.
I'm fairly confident it's 4th down.
They're going to call timeout, Mayfield. All right, we're going to take a timeout, too. There's going to be discussion on the field. We'll be right back.
Wakefield Oil Express has the highest quality service in Roswell with a 17-point full-service oil change that includes a full wash and vacuum at their car wash. You won't find a better deal. They also offer full synthetic oil changes, fuel and cabin filter replacements, and will even check your battery. Their tunnel wash isn't afraid of dirty vehicles. They have the best value wash in town with free vacuums. They even offer wash passes that can be used for multiple vehicles. Next time you need your oil changed, go to the fast and efficient Wakefield Oil Express and let them earn your business. 3204 North Main, Roswell.
All right, welcome back to Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell Stock FM, KSVPTV.com. The Mayfield Trojans did take a timeout. 7:35 left in the first half. I'm not real sure. There was discussion here whether or not it was 3rd or 4th down. They're still going to say it's 3rd down, so that's what we're going to go with. Okay, Lennon, the quarterback, as the Coyotes get set, and they weren't set, but the Trojans will get a 1st down. Kind of curious, though, because I had the same thing you did, Coach.
Cy Carrasco. I'm looking back at it now because I'm really curious.
Lennon's going to take a shot, and that's going to be overthrown. Pass was intended for Brian Coyle. And the Roswell Coyotes kind of brought the house just a bit there.
So I do think we missed a penalty on their partner.
Must have then.
First down, they had the run of about 7 yards.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, we missed something then, I guess. But it's going to be 2nd and 10. And here comes Lennon once again, going to try to go deep.
He's overthrowing everybody.
Well, just like you said before, number 17, that is Nate Quintero. Just playing great secondary defense.
Well, and Nate, against Artesia, got more reps. Obviously, a pass first team. Mayfield's really not. So he's just kind of in a rotation in the secondary there. I don't think there's an injury to Jerm Moriel, but there could be. And maybe he's just in there as an extra defensive back, but he doesn't get just a whole lot of reps normally. So, but he's got speed, let me tell you.
Well, but there was a penalty on the play. Another one on the Coyotes. It's going to be another first down for Mayfield.
Is the
so they're not.
No.
There you go.
Oh gosh. Why isn't the white hat indicating penalties? Like,
we had Lennon in trouble. He will dump pass and almost picked off, but it's going to be completed.
Out of bounds.
They're going to call it out of bounds now?
Yep.
All right.
But he was at least on target there.
Okay, so
yeah, getting back to the penalties. I mean,
outrageous.
And I should be keeping up with how many, but they're not. He's not even coming over and indicating to the press box what's going on. So,
well, I've seen at least 7 penalties throughout this ball game.
Ooh,
at least 7.
Oh, yeah.
There might be more than that.
I think it is more. There might be 7 just on us. And number 3, Damian Quezada on that tackle. And a good one. Nearly a tackle for loss. They're going to give him the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's 21-0 here for the listeners listening on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. 6:25 left. Coyotes do lead. 3rd and 10 for the Mayfield Trojans.
Yeah, Jerm's out of the game, so.
Well, I see him over here. I don't know if maybe.
Yeah, there he is with his helmet on.
Yeah, I mean, he's dressed.
Oh, he's been in the game.
Yeah. Maybe he's just getting a little breather.
Yeah, that would be a little, and you had to look out. It's going to be another first down.
Well, that's going to be a good run by Anthony Navarez, the 5'9" junior.
Yeah, finally tackled there by number 10, and that is Jacob Palomino, but not before he got the first down, and a real nice carry. So is someone going to score on the Coyote defense?
Well, we'll see what happens because it's 1st and 10 from the 33. Lennon, the quarterback, kind of getting his offense organized here.
Oh, snap over his head. And
Navarez falls on it.
Yeah, and the way football statistics work, that's a sack for Eli Lamb.
Sure is.
And a tackle for loss. And a big loss. What is that? 12 or 13 yards.
13 yards,
so. Yeah, and the bad snap over Lennon's head.
Just not very, it doesn't look very organized down there. I'm talking
Mayfield,
really
yeah. Us too. I mean, we've been a little sloppy, and another good run.
Navarez, positive yardage there. It's going to get about maybe 9.
Yeah, and he's going to pretty much get the sack, technically, sack yardage back. I think we had Keegan on that tackle.
Yeah, that's going to be correct. So now it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 11. So they got to get things straight here. I'm going to call it 3rd down and 12. Right hash for the listeners on the radio. Here comes Lennon. He's going to keep it himself, and he will go nowhere. And I see Eli Lynn.
Boy, Eli's active today. Now, I know I've already said that, but I don't know a better word for it. I mean, he's just all over the place.
Well, and that also involved was Damian Quezada.
So now you got your too close to punt, too far to kick a field goal, not good down in distance for going for it. So what do you do here if you're Coach Bradley?
Well, I mean, you're down 21-0. You'll have to go for it.
Well, good chance for a turnover on downs here for the defense.
Well, it's a good chance, though, that Roswell right now, with the many penalties they have defensively, don't get offsides, and there it is.
I don't know what's going on. I mean, I can only assume that is a cadence thing, because it's very atypical of these guys.
Just, I mean, did we not call it right on the money?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's... And that time, that was Greathouse who jumped.
I mean, I get it. Very, very aggressive, very anxious. They're going to have to watch the ball.
Yeah, you just got to watch the ball. You can't try to time, the barking of the quarter. You see him barking.
Yeah, but they're better taught than that.
Oh, absolutely.
There's going to be another timeout by Mayfield. We're going to take a timeout as well. You're listening and watching KSUPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
All right, we're back. Mayfield Trojans call another timeout here in the first half. Kyle Steele lead 21-0 with 3:17 left. Coach, you have any updates around the state?
Well, just still 20-0 in the Bulldog Bowl is the only update I have seen or heard. But I will get some more as the games progress, get a little closer to halftime. Really, you know, especially within our district, these are the two big games going on in 5A right now. So we'll be aware of those.
Okay, 4th and 6 now. Coach Gary Bradley called the timeout. We'll see if Lennon can draw the Roswell Coyotes offsides once again. Lennon dropping back to pass, in trouble. Will throw it. And it's going to be a first down.
Wow.
Or very close to.
Oh, he's got it. Yeah, that's big right there. That is big. And not what we're used to seeing.
Well, no, we're not. And now the Mayfield Trojans going into an empty set. Trips to the top of your screen. 1st and 10 from the 19. Lennon dropping back to pass, in trouble, going to the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete for the Mayfield Trojans. And there's going to be a flag on the play once again.
Yeah, but that'll be in the area of holding, I would think.
I would imagine, but there's no telling.
Holding on the offense.
It's going to be a hold on the offense, but Coach, not exaggerating, 10 to 12 penalties in the first half.
It's been so ugly. So ugly.
Both teams.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, not one way or the other.
Yeah.
Both ways for sure. I mean, just sloppy football, and I'm sure both teams want to clean that up, you know, as soon as possible, certainly after halftime. So that'll bring up 1st and 20 back at the 30-yard line. So they must make the 10 for a first down, or just inside the 10, I guess. Not exactly the 10.
I mean, just inches.
Yeah, I think this is going to be most likely 3 passes here, maybe 4 passes here. I mean, again, they don't get yardage, and I don't know what their kicker situation is. And as you said, they're down 3 touchdowns.
1st and 20 from the 29. Mayfield. It's going to be a movement again.
No, I think it's delay.
Well, you had some movement, didn't they? I saw movement over here. So.
I didn't see the movement, but the back judge is already indicating delay.
Okay, I saw number 26, Justin Madrid. Moving as well, but they're going to keep on pushing it back. Ugly, ugly, ugly. All right, here's Mayfield. In trouble, and it's going to be a nice sack, and it looks like Vernon Molinar will get credit for that.
Nah. Oh, well, I think it's Eli. Yeah, Eli Lynn, his 2nd sack of the game, 3rd tackle for loss.
I'm going to be real honest with you. I don't like this.
I don't either.
I don't like the numbers.
I mean, they look fine, but they're very hard to identify.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah.
I like the uniform. It's just up here when you're broadcasting, it's really, really difficult.
Yeah, the helmets are really interesting because they're actually like silver, like reflective, but then they look black.
Looks black.
They reflect off the black uniform.
Another penalty. Oh, this time they're going to let it go.
Oh, and the ball's out again, and who else tonight?
West Gallegos, I believe.
Is it? Oh, yeah, it's not Eli. It's not big enough. Yeah, so West Gallegos will get credit for the fumble recovery. Was it knocked out, or did they just drop it again?
They just drop it.
Yeah,
the Mayfield offense looks, and they're struggling.
They are struggling just holding on to the football. I mean, they've had some good plays, some good running plays, a couple of good pass plays.
Well, here's the thing that I'm looking at, and I cut you off again. I cut you off last night during volleyball, but here's what I'm thinking. It's been a sloppy first half for both squads, in my opinion. I really do feel that. I don't mean that in a negative way, but it is what it is. I think with a minute and 55 seconds left, the Coyotes come out here in the third quarter and get the game done. Regroup and get ready for Goddard next week.
Yeah. So we're going to get a completion out to the 40, so it's going to be a 6-yard completion to A.B. Toscano. So Manny off to a very efficient start. Not a bunch of big hitters, but he is 6 for 6 and 41 yards. What I was going to say before is talking to someone in the know, before, I won't say who, but
right
before the game, they said, Mayfield does a lot of things really well, and they can look really good at times. They have trouble putting it all together. And
that's an excellent catch and an excellent move. 20. And finally brought down about the 15-yard line.
Who is that? Is that Castillo? Wow. Matt Castillo making the most.
It is Matt Castillo.
So a 35-yard completion to Matt Castillo.
Made a juke.
He's showing off that speed on the sideline, wasn't he?
All right, 1st and 10 from the 15, 21-0 now. There's going to be a little toss to Bryce Sanchez. Goes to the legs, finally brought down, excuse me.
Yeah, we talked about the embarrassment of riches you have. I mean, you put a kid like Castillo in, gets hardly any reps, and that's what he does with it.
Bootleg, and Fuentes.
Oh, he got knocked down at the line. He had a man. Looks like it was Kennard open right at the goal line. But that ball got knocked down, incomplete.
Yeah, incomplete pass. 3rd down and 9. Kind of curious to see if Lynn's going to go ahead and try some speed option here or try to go some bootleg.
Well, he doesn't feel compelled to call an 8-yard play necessarily. He's certainly okay kicking, and he's certainly okay going for it on 4th down here either way. So.
Empty set here, trips to the top, and here comes Fuentes. Quick pass, and the Coyotes are in for a touchdown. Peyton Kennard in for 6.
15 yards on that one, and just beautifully executed as Kennard makes his first catch of the game. It's a 15-yard touchdown, and he will stay out there to try to convert his own extra point this time.
Yeah, so you can get all 7 points here.
If you've got Peyton on your fantasy team, he's going to get all 7 points.
Yeah, Fuentes to Kennard for 15 yards. And here is the extra point. High snap, and no good.
Well, maybe it was good.
Oh. I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and look at this officiating crew here. I'm not real sure that.
I mean, obviously that was a worm burner, but just over the crossbar.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back here in a few seconds. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
All right, welcome back to Roswell Coyote football on KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Tell you what, a 15-yard touchdown strike from Fuentes to Kennard. PAT is good. Yeah, just everything kind of feels a little out of whack. Citywide school band night here for...
It's already second quarter, Burger. Come on now.
Well, that's what I'm saying here. Getting ready. Just to prep everybody here. Just kind of feels a little off.
Oh, that just barely went into the end zone for a touchback. Ooh, that was dangerous. tell you what, if that goes out 6 feet this way, it's on the 35. Instead, it's on the 20. So nicely done from Kennard. Last 3 plays, actually.
Well, this will be nice right here. 51.2 seconds left in the first half. If the Coyotes can create a turnover here, get back in the end zone, lead by 35 at half, and come back and take care of business in the second half, we'll see if we can get this done.
Well, I'm not even sure what you do here if you're Mayfield. You've had most of your trouble holding on the football on running plays. So, it's, boy, did you just air it out here? They're going out spread pretty much.
Well, I think that's all you can do at this point, unless you just want to go in 28-0 into halftime, and that's what it kind of looks like.
But, you also have a pick 6. So.
And that's going to be there's 2 flags.
Yeah, we'll see if they're both on the same infraction. White Hat was one of the ones throwing it. Personal foul face mask on the defense. So that'll help him out with some field position.
Yeah, as I was talking about, the citywide, you have all the middle schools are supposed to be performing tonight with the Roswell Coyotes.
No, I think that's on Monday.
You're going to be on Monday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get this.
Oh, that is.
Yeah, we'll get this for the Goddard game.
Gotcha. Next week.
Right, we'll have all 4 middle school bands, obviously both the high school bands, they'll all perform together.
Dia de los Muertos.
That'll be.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later on.
It's kind of a tradition. And an update from the Bulldog Bowl. It's also 28-0 there. So Artesia on top of Goddard, 28-0. I don't have the clock there, so I don't know where in the second quarter they are.
Oh, and Carrasco gets credit for the tackle. It's going to be a completed pass. 1 play left here for Mayfield. And another timeout. The third for Mayfield. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
All right, we're back. 12.3 seconds. Coyotes lead 28-0. But 12.3 seconds left in the first half. Things just feel a little off here tonight.
They do, and maybe it's just, the excitement of last week.
Could be.
I know that Coach Lynn wants, he's already got that one filed away in the rearview mirror. He's on to this game and on to the rest of the season. His little screen, and that should do it for the.
Well, that's that. You call a timeout for
that.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's going to end the first half. Coyotes do lead 28-0. We're going to take a couple-minute break, come back and talk some statistics. You're listening to Roswell Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com.
Check it out. Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Room, but have you heard of a 4 Seasons window? Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing and Windows. It might surprise you to learn many windows are built to handle only the cold or only the heat, but not both. In Southeast New Mexico, one or the other doesn't cut it. That's why Trustmark windows are built to handle our 4 seasons climate. The scorching summers, the bone-chilling winters, and everything in between. Special glass coating blocks extreme UV rays. A stout frame prevents warping from the extreme weather changes. And insulated glass is like putting your home in a giant styrofoam cooler in the winter and keeps cold out and warmth in. And in the summer, it keeps heat out and cool in. For our 4 seasons weather, get 4 Seasons windows. Call today for your no-obligation spring window assessment. 575-755-7663 or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
ENMU Open House Preview Day for high school students is Saturday, October 28th on campus in Portales. High school students and their parents can get information about admission and scholarships, find out about potential majors, get a specialized campus tour, and have a chance to win great prizes, including a $500 scholarship. Come visit campus and learn about our safe, family-friendly college environment. Sign up today at enmu.edu/open house. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success. That's what we're about.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. But everyone's story is different. So the question is, how will you tell yours? Behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, mower, or Gator utility vehicle. Run with us. Start telling your story today.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Of all the flowers in the world, pansies get a bad rap. Hi, this is Jim Gill with Roswell Seed Company. The name pansies sound delicate and weak, but in reality, pansies are bold and beautiful. When the frost has killed all the other flowers, pansies start blooming, and they'll bloom all winter long, which is why you should come see us at Roswell Seed. We have a greenhouse full of colorful pansies ready to brighten up the coldest winter day. So come get your pansies, and remember, if someone calls you a pansy, take it as a compliment.
Roswell Coyote football. We're here at the Wool Bowl in Roswell, New Mexico. Coyotes do lead at halftime, 28-0, about 4 minutes before the players come back on the field. I know you have some stats, Coach.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. First, an update from the Bulldog Bowl. Still in the second quarter, it is 42-0 in favor of Artesia. That one looks like it could end earlier than the scheduled time. We're going to start with special team statistics. We have 4 extra points out of 4 attempts for Peyton Kenner. No punts, no punt returns, no kickoff returns for the Coyotes, no field goal attempts. Defensively, first half was dominated by Eli Lynn. 5 total tackles, 3 of those for a loss, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery. Zy Carrasco also had a big half, 3 tackles, 1 interception, which was a pick 6, returned 24 yards for the touchdown. Keegan Nichols also with an interception and a forced fumble in the first half. Connor Nichols added 2 tackles, as did the 2 defensive tackles, Mason Greathouse and Noah Lynn. 1 tackle each from Vernon Molinar, Nate Quintero, and Damian Quezada. Those stats definitely unofficial, as we're really having trouble seeing numbers on tacklers out there and ball carriers. Offensively, Manny Fuentes, 8 for 9, 91 yards and a touchdown in the first half. Those 8 passes went to Matt Castillo, had the longest pass, 35 yards down the sideline. A.B. Toscano caught 2 balls for 11 yards. Peyton Kennard, a 15-yard touchdown reception. Josh Estrada, 3 catches for a total of 24 yards. And L.J. Macias, 2 catches for 20 yards. Rushing the football, A.B. Toscano, 2 carries, 11 yards, and a touchdown. Manny Fuentes, 2 carries, 2 yards, and a touchdown. And Bryce Sanchez, 8 carries for 53 yards. And that will do it for the statistics. We need to do one more commercial break. I think we can squeeze it in, partner.
Let's go ahead and do that right now. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
General Hospital is here to help you take charge of your breast health. About 1 in 8 women in the U.S. will develop breast cancer. Understanding your family history and getting screened can help lower your risk and lead to early detection. They're pleased to offer advanced 3D mammography, providing increased early detection, more accurate results, and enhanced comfort. Don't wait. Request your mammogram today. Women over 40 don't need a physician's referral to schedule their annual screening. Visit artesiageneral.com/mammogram.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on, with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
What if you could look forward 1 year, 4 years, 40 years? What does the future look like? How will you ignite it? This is where the future gets fueled, where ideas come to light and identities flourish. This is where we define opportunity as individuals and as a pack. Being a Lobo is about so much more than the classes you take. It's about the mark you make on your world, because the journey starts here, but it never ends. What will you ignite?
October is National Cooperative Month, and as a Central Valley Electric Cooperative member, you are much more than just a customer. You're a co-op owner. At CVE, we are here to power your life so you can do all the things you need to grow. We are better when we grow together. It's National Co-op Month, and CVE wants to thank our members for being the heart of the co-op. Thank you for being a co-op owner and a customer of Central Valley Electric Cooperative.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. But everyone's story is different. So the question is, how will you tell yours? Behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, mower, or Gator utility vehicle. Run with us. Start telling your story today.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Southwest Printers is a...
Try it now.
All right, welcome back to Coyote Football on KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. Coyotes do lead 28-0, and we're getting close to the start of the third quarter. Coach, you have any scores from around the state?
Oh, just a few. Doesn't look like anything that we haven't heard already of note. Some of them just say in progress. So we do have Portales 24-0 over Bernalillo at halftime. That's important in that district. Rio Rancho Volcano 7-7 at halftime. That's a good matchup.
Say that again. Volcano.
Oh, Volcano and Rio Rancho 7-7 at the half.
All right.
Yeah, they're La Cueva all over Sandia. 44-0 in the second quarter. PV up on Highland 32-6.
Okay.
Halftime. Centennial up on Alamogordo 28-7 at the half. Nothing really unexpected so far. Hobbs all over Oregon Mountain. You'd expect that. But Lynn Mimura, that's maybe a little bit of interest, although I feel like the 12 teams are pretty much set for 5A at this point, since Monzano beat Del Norte last night.
Okay.
But we'll talk about that next week.
We're going to be talking a lot of things. So next week, speaking of next week, the Roswell Coyotes will be the visiting team.
Right, we'll be here, but everyone else will be over there.
Well, actually, you and I will be on the other side.
You sure about that?
Yep, I'm almost certain.
We'll have to get with our producer on that and see if that's the case. We have been over there before, but I think the last couple of years we've just been here. But
yeah, we'll see what happens. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. But right now, the Roswell Coyotes are taking on the Mayfield Trojans. Coyotes lead by 4 touchdowns. 28-0 as we begin the third quarter. The Coyotes won the toss. They refer to the second half. Coyotes will be receiving. Zy Carrasco about the 14-yard line, and there's going to be the kick. And it's going to go into the end zone.
So still no kick returns in the game, so the Coyotes will be in danger of not having any kick returns in this game. The only way they get one now is if they give up points, which this defense has not done in 5 weeks. So
in 5 weeks. The defense.
The defense, yeah.
Clarify that.
Yeah, Artesia.
They did score.
You scored, but it wasn't on our defense.
Yeah, that's correct.
Gadsden Panthers 21-0 over Santa Teresa. Again, not unexpected.
Okay, so the Roswell Coyotes will take over. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line as the kick goes into the end zone, and there's more discussion here by the officials. I'm just not real thrilled with this.
It seems like we can't go 2 plays without penalty.
There's no sense of urgency whatsoever.
What was that all about?
I don't know. I don't know.
My goodness.
All right. Here we go now. 1st and 10 from the 20. Kyle's working from the right hash. Fuentes in pistol. Dropping back to pass. Quick pass, and that's going to be caught.
Ooh, nice.
Great catch by Josh Estrada. Well, Fuentes got rid of that in a hurry, but an excellent diving catch by Josh Estrada. It's going to be 2nd down and about 2. So we'll give him
7.
You want to give him 7? Okay, so we'll go 2nd down and 3 from the 27. Fuentes waiting for the snap. Speed option once again is going to give it to Bryce Sanchez. 30, 35, 40. Finally brought down as Sanchez runs hard. How would you like to take that on head on, Coach?
Well, I just plain wouldn't. I would not like it at all.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I think I'd have to fake the groin injury before I got close and just come up lame, and he'd just have to go by me.
Yeah, that's a...
Yeah, we're talking about it at halftime. I really think he's the ideal, prototypical college fullback. I mean, just with the size, the strength, the speed, ability to catch the pass, blocking ability. I think he can play football, fullback, for just about anybody.
Yeah, I'm talking. Definitely a strong Division II, and I'm going to tell you what, maybe some Division I football as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the size, that's for sure. He's certainly got the work ethic.
Definitely a candidate for probably Player of the Year. There's probably a couple candidates on this team that have that ability. Bryce Sanchez with the carry once again. Okay, so here's the thing. They did call it a first down earlier.
Well, the previous play.
The previous play, yeah.
So that was a 17-yard game, though.
Yeah.
By Bryce.
The chain gang has to get on board there.
So second, a long 5 here. Well, maybe right at 5, I guess.
Yeah, we'll call it right at 5. 28-0, 10-23 remaining in the third quarter. Fuentes dropping back to pass. Rolling out to his left side. He's going to throw it deep. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know what? He didn't have anywhere to throw the football there. Estrada was covered very well. You had, I think it was either Bryce or Peyton down here also covered up. Didn't have anywhere to go with the football. Didn't have a running lane, so he threw it where maybe his guy makes an amazing catch, but more than likely it's just an incompletion.
Well, I'm going to be real honest with you. That three-man front for Mayfield right now has been pretty effective. Well, right now they're just going to change it up a little bit here.
And the change of pace running back, I don't know who it is.
Yeah, it's going to be a first down, though.
Oh, it was A.B. Toscano. So A.B. Toscano getting running back reps here.
With the moves.
And that's good for another Coyote.
And you hear Coach Lujan down there. Yeah. Getting after it.
He couldn't wait on the public address there.
Well, I don't blame him because, it is what it is. But here's Fuentes again. First and 10 from the 45, right hash. And Sanchez will have another count first down.
Another 12 yards. So Bryce kind of taking over and doing what he does. 11 carries for 87 yards. He was a little disappointed. He did not score a touchdown for the first time all year last week. But he does have, I think, 11 on the season. And doesn't have one yet today, but something tells me he might get one.
I think you're right, Coach. First down and 10 from the 33. Fuentes under pressure again. I'm going to tell you what. Wide dump to the flats. There is Kennard, and it's going to be complete.
About 16 yards for Peyton Kennard. His second catch caught the touchdown. What am I saying?
That front line of the Mayfield Trojans really kind of doing a pretty good job putting the pressure on Manny Fuentes. Daniel Molina and Brian Mendoza along with Andy Garay. Okay, it's going to be handed off to Bryce Sanchez. Sanchez from the 10, 5, pounds in for another touchdown. As Bryce Sanchez goes in for the first time in this ball game.
17 yards, and really there was no question once he hit that second level that he was going to score.
No ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Yeah, we knew that he was really wanting to get in the end zone after not being able to do so. He had a great game last week. I mean, he had 180 yards or something. Just didn't get any touchdowns, but he does get in once again, and I'll get you the numbers on how many touchdowns that is.
All right.
That is number 11 on the season.
For Bryce Sanchez. All right, the point after touchdown is successful. 35-0. We're going to take a break. Thanks for listening and watching. KSGPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. We'll be right back.
October is National Cooperative Month, and as a Central Valley Electric Cooperative member, you are much more than just a customer. You're a co-op owner. At CVE, we are here to power your life so you can do all the things you need to grow. We are better when we grow together. It's National Co-op Month, and CVE wants to thank our members for being the heart of the co-op. Thank you for being a co-op owner and a customer of Central Valley Electric Cooperative.
Welcome back to Coyote football as number 22, Bryce Sanchez, scores a 17-yard touchdown and the point after touchdown by Kennard up and good. 35-0 now. Big boot. So you know what that means, right? 35-0?
I do know what that means. That means the clock will run. Now, this is a change of possession, so once they run a play on offense here, we will get the running clock that will only stop for timeouts, whether it's a coach-called timeout, an official timeout, or an injury timeout. Otherwise, this is going to go a little quicker, unless Mayfield scores, or if we score twice and do the two-point conversion on one of them.
Yeah, one of the things about 45 miles south of Roswell at the Bulldog Bowl, Artesia currently leading 42-0 over Goddard.
Yeah, and Artesia would score. They would go for two and try to end that one early as well. I don't know who's going to get the kickoff.
Luke Lennon dropping back to pass from the 10-yard line. He's going to try to throw in the flats. He does. And that's going to be caught by Brian Coyle.
Yeah, and that will be number 24, or is it 17 over there?
24.
All right, so 24 West Gallegos.
It is going to be West Gallegos. First and 10 now.
Good play, good coverage. You just ran a good route and made the catch.
Quick off the ball is Noah Lynn, and look at that tackle Anthony Navarez, and I don't have a number on that. Wasn't looking at the linebacker.
They said Anthony Navarez.
Anthony Navarez. But I'm looking at the Kyle with the to give credit for the tackle.
Oh, yeah, no, I couldn't see that.
And I have to go back on film and look at that one. So it could be a 2nd down and 8 now for Mayfield.
A good chance it was Zy Carrasco, but I don't want to give one out.
If we don't know.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Right?
Yeah, they're not in a hurry here. Clock down to 3.
That one is going to be handed off to number 39. That's Justin Conejo.
All right, so Zy Carrasco, a little help from West Gallegos over on that right side, doing their job in the secondary. To bring up 3rd and 7, 8?
Yeah.
7, we'll call it.
Yeah, one of the things, 35-0 right now, this week and then especially next week, I promise you, one of the things that Roswell High is going to do is going to have a lot of spirit. We had a lot of spirit this week, but we're going to have even a lot more spirit next week.
Oh, sure.
I think it's very, very important. Oh, that's going to be a pass incomplete. No, that might be intercepted.
Yep, interception. And I think it's Carrasco again.
Oh, it is Zy Carrasco.
But another interception. Yeah, just showing the athleticism and just staying with the play. And really, I think Lennon's almost trying to throw that away or just trying to make something happen there once he escaped the pressure. But Zy Carrasco is a ball hawk and a half, and he will wear the chain for the 2nd time this evening.
The turnover.
That's the Zy Carrasco turnover chain tonight.
Well, Coach, real quick, speaking of that, talk to me about the character. Everything that's going on right now at Roswell High School, just everything that's going on, that we're going to have Spirit Week next week. We're going to do a lot of good things for Roswell Coyote football. And not just Coyote football, volleyball, all athletics in general. We want to make sure we're getting our kids hyped up, ready to play for the next competition.
Well, absolutely. And, anytime, you have the Spirit Week, anytime you play Goddard, we do it for football, we do it for basketball, because now the boys and girls play on the same night,
Right.
But, yeah, you just like to see that. Do we have Padilla in at quarterback?
I don't know. Let's see here.
I'm pretty sure we do.
Okay, so once again, as we talked about, in the second half, you get to 35 points, you're going to put the reserve in, which is great. There's nothing wrong with that. Get some repetition.
Hands the ball off to...
I think that ball is out.
They're going to say it's down, or they're going to say it's turnover?
It looked like he was down.
Mayfield thought they had it. Couldn't tell the ball carrier. I think it might have been Cloud. Is he in the game?
Well,
yeah, 31. So that was Cloud.
Yeah. See, this is where it's going to be right here. It's 35-0, and I think Coach is going to go ahead and put the reserves in now.
Well, I mean, he's got the quarterback and running back. Oh, they are going to. Oh, then they're just going to decide. So they're going to say Cloud did fumble. And Quezada with the near tackle for loss there. They're going to give him the line of scrimmage. And, yeah, I just don't like that. I don't like when they, I mean, you want them to get it right, but I don't know. It just seems like, oh, yeah, maybe he did fumble. You know, either you saw him fumble and you should call it right then, or he's down and you should call it right then. I mean, they have no replay to look at.
All right, 35-0, 4:42 left in the third quarter. There's going to be Lennon, the quarterback for Mayfield.
Yeah, another aggressive tackle there. So he had a combination of Noah Lynn and Nate Herrera on that one. We'll give Nate, I think he maybe made the initial contact. We'll give him credit. Might be a half tackle situation.
So you do see Jeremiah Moriel back in the ball game here, playing cornerback.
Yeah, so they were just rotating Quintero in, so that you'd like to see that as well.
Just a lot of kids. This program, so many weapons. 160 plus kids in the program.
Well, yeah, both sides of the ball. I mean, it's
that's right.
It's really something.
160 plus kids.
It's going to be a short gain and a gang tackle. Going to bring up fourth down. Now they'll go fourth and see where the spot is. 5. 4th and 5. It's a chance for another turnover here as we get Silva rotating in on the D line. And
yeah, see somebody cutting there. Who's that coming off? Is that Quesada kind of limping off there, huh?
He's coming off with the hitch and he's getting along.
He's going to be just fine. I promise you that kid is not going to miss next week. All right, 4th and 5 now for Mayfield. Lennon, the quarterback, rolling out to the right side. Quick pass into the flat area, and it's going to be incomplete. And the Roswell Coyotes will take over on downs.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that we were offsides with that play. But
well, you know, again, we've had plenty of penalties, but the Roswell Coyotes up front are quick off the ball.
They are. He had a blitzer coming off the same side that they were rolling to, and I just thought he'd gotten the neutral zone, but we'll take it. Another turnover. And now we'll see what Padilla can do. It looks like it's going to be Padilla quarterback. It's going to be Cloud at the running back position.
Yeah.
And looks like you've got number 28. That is Matt Castillo out there in the slot. He's the little guy.
Speed option. Oh, there's Padilla with a great run.
Padilla about 9 on that.
Yeah, it's going to be short of the first down, but it's going to be second down and 1. Good job, good read by Padilla.
I kept waiting for him to pitch and faked instead, and that was the right decision. So a lot of guys, probably their night's done now. Fuentes and Sanchez for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason. No reason. I mean, you're playing next week for, well, right here. Let's see what happens here. There's Padilla. He's going to be sacked.
Yeah, a little trouble with the snap there, but that wasn't the only problem on that play. So after a 9-yard gain, Padilla is going to take about a 5-yard loss.
Yeah.
on the sack, and it's going to bring up third and about 6.
Yeah, third
7 maybe. I'm going to say 7. So Toscano out there as a receiver. Well, he's been everywhere tonight. Special teams, receiver, running back.
All right, there's Cloud with the ball. And he's going nowhere.
Yeah, nothing opened up there. There's some backup linemen in there, too.
All right, it's going to bring up a 4th and 7 now for the Roswell Coyotes. Coyotes will go forward on 4th down. Padilla in pistol formation. Gonna roll out to his right side. He's gonna dump it, and it's gonna be short of the first down. It's gonna be a turnover on downs.
1 yard short. And it's a catch for Castillo, 6-yard reception. And second catch for Castillo after that long 35-yarder earlier in the game. But that will be a turnover on downs.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Mayfield Trojans.
So we'll probably see just the regular rotation. These guys are working on a pretty impressive streak right here on defense. I'm not sure they're going to sub just a whole lot. I do see number 60, that's Avitia, in there at a defensive tackle. He gets some reps in the regular rotation, not a ton. So he'll make the most of it.
Well, that's going to end the quarter as the Coyotes lead 35-0. We're going to take a break. You are listening to Roswell Football on KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Of all the flowers in the world, pansies get a bad rap. Hi, this is Jim Gill with Roswell Seed Company. The name pansies sound delicate and weak, but in reality, pansies are bold and beautiful. When the frost has killed all the other flowers, pansies start blooming, and they'll bloom all winter long, which is why you should come see us at Roswell Seed. We have a greenhouse full of colorful pansies ready to brighten up the coldest winter day. So come get your pansies, and remember, if someone calls you a pansy, take it as a compliment.
Welcome back to Roswell Coyote football. We head to the fourth quarter. It's a 35-point lead for the Coyotes here as they just give the ball up on downs to Mayfield. Mayfield's facing a 2nd and 6, their own 39-yard line. And update from Artesia. Now the score says 41. I thought it was 42 before, so that I don't know if that's an error, what kind of error that is, but they have started play there in the third quarter. And we will start the fourth quarter here with Mayfield football at the 39-yard line. They're going to hand the ball off, so they're not trying to score in bunches in a hurry. They're going to get close to first down yardage, so see if they give it to them. And injured Coyote on the field. We'll try to get that number for you. Cy Carrasco on the tackle. And Coach Lynn out there to see who the injured Coyote is. Of course, Lee's out there as well. Appears to be a lineman. But laying flat on his back, it's hard to tell. We'll get it for you just as soon as we can. So, yeah, I don't know if it was a technical error or some kind of call on the field, but throughout halftime they had said 42-0 Artesia, and now it says 41-0. Artesia has the football, about to score here again. So hopefully that'll get updated on the next score, whatever it is, and whenever it will be right now. Touchdown Artesia. And all right, so we are not going to say who it is until we're sure. We think we know, but we're going to make sure. So now they're saying 47-0, Artesia. And an extra point coming there. And now they're going to help him off the field. So the injured player is Luis Tejada, junior defensive end, number 62. He's being carried off the field by teammates, and Lisa will tend to him inside the tent, no doubt. And we'll get back to football momentarily. So it looks like there was maybe either a failed extra point attempt or a 5-yard penalty on the extra point attempt for Artesia, but we are back to football here in the Wool Bowl. 11:49 remains. We do have the running clock situation, so it is running after play resumes. And here's a deep shot, chance of getting intercepted again, and should have been intercepted. And there is a flag on the play. But that ball 100% should have been intercepted, and I don't see who's out there.
Are you going to have to update me on that, Coach? Because who do we have in the tent?
It's Luis Tejada.
Okay.
Is the injured Coyote, and some sort of 15-yard penalty here on the Coyotes makes it a first down Mayfield. And again, Coyotes really don't want to give up any points, keep that streak going. But here's a chance to score for Mayfield right now, and is brought down by the shoulder pad there.
That is Anthony Navarez, once again, top running back for the Mayfield Trojans.
Yeah, West Gallegos gets him down before he can score, but now it's going to take one of those goal line stands that they had so many of last week to keep that scoreless streak alive for this defense. First and 10 at the 10.
Well, that's going to be good for the Roswell Coyotes here on this, especially if it's most of the reserves here. You're going to have to go ahead and get that in there, and there's the first touchdown for Mayfield.
Yes, sir. So the streak is over, and it makes the score 35-6 Roswell.
And we are in the fourth quarter.
But that will eliminate the running clock. And we will have potentially our first kickoff return for the Coyotes.
Well, as of right now, that prediction that we talked about earlier in the ball game.
Yep, they've been scored on now.
We talked about.
And this is a big kicker.
All right, there's going to be another flag on the play.
And it's Zayden Salcido, I think, doing the kicking there.
It is.
No, he's holding 37. Is that the kicker?
That is correct.
Xavier Herrera, sophomore, listed as a wide receiver. Salcido will do the holding, and now looks like they're going for two, since it's yet another penalty on the Coyotes defensive line. And our Bolaños is not going to sleep too well tonight or this week. Oh, push tush.
And the two-point conversion is successful. So now the Mayfield Trojans are on the board with 8 points. 35-8 is a score in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. 10:55 left in the ball game. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
All right, we're back. You are listening to Roswell Coyote Football On 106.5 Roswell Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. Score is 35-8. You have an update south of Roswell at the Bulldog Bowl, 48-0 in favor of the Artesia Bulldogs as they are playing the Goddard Rockets. With about, I guess there's not a time on that, but it is on the third quarter.
Early in the third quarter, but with the running clock, you don't know how early, so.
Right. So here, the running clock does stop as the Mayfield Trojans get on the board, and these are the first points against the Roswell Coyotes in a month.
Yeah, 5 weeks even. Expecting onside, they have the hands team out there, I think. Yeah, there's Eli Land. There's.
Well, if anything, you're going to have to. They're not going to kick it. Well, in my opinion, they're going to try the onside kick, I would imagine.
Well, nothing to lose by doing it for sure.
There it is.
And they got a chance to get it.
Well, it's off the foot, but it will be Coyote ball. So Coyotes will take over about the 47-yard line or so.
Good job by Matthew Avitia, the backup defensive tackle. And he got on the ball and straight down with it. So good field position for the second team offense. And I assume it will be Padilla out there, but who knows? Maybe Coach Lynn wants to take an opportunity to have all three of his boys playing varsity football games.
That would be kind of nice to see.
I wouldn't mind seeing it.
Yeah, of course.
But looks like it is Padilla out there.
Hey, Coach, I was going to ask you this, and I might have it before, but what do you think about the white pen, injury pen?
Oh, I love it.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, but why aren't they using it?
Well, they did.
This is treatment?
This is just it was up and everything. They're just going to retape now, and that's about it. So, but I love it. It's a good tool to use, and it looks like the Roswell Coyotes are going to take a timeout. Hey, Coach, let's do this. Let's talk a little football. You want to do that a little bit?
Yes, sir.
Let's talk a little bit of top 10 rankings. We haven't done that in this ball game, at least. And what's your opinion? Let's talk about this is actually Max Preps, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk top 10.
All right. So top 10 after the victory last week, it is the Roswell Coyotes, according to Max Preps. They are about 6.5 points ahead of Artesia at number 2, and then a big jump down to Goddard at number 3. PV's 4, Los Alamos is 5. We'll get to the rest after this play.
Okay, it's going to be 1st and 10. Padilla does hand it off, and finally brought down about the 50-yard line, midfield.
About 4 yards for Cloud there.
Yeah.
All right, at number 6 is Gadsden, followed by Deming. Of course, they're district rivals, and they will play either they play next week, actually, and that basically will be for the district title. Then you got Mayfield 8, Valley 9, Highland 10, Maimura 11, and Monzano 12. And in my opinion, that's going to be the 12 that make the tournament.
I have to agree with you. There's a speed option now, 118 speed option. There's that relationship and another flag, and it looks like that's going to be a holding call on the Coyotes.
And one that, I don't know, maybe get declined. You'd have 3rd and 10 on the 4-yard loss there from Cloud, who just gained 4. He gave him right back.
Well, seeing what's going on here, they had a little extracurricular activity there. That was...
Oh, it's going to be on Mayfield.
Okay.
No, they're just going to respot.
Okay, so they're actually talking that... First of all, they were saying it was a holding call or a personal foul on Mayfield. Okay, there it is.
So now they'll mark off 15, and that'll be a... I thought he went down kind of too quickly.
Well, the line judge over here, first originally puts a holding call. I didn't see the actual personal foul.
Well, it'll set him up at the 34. And I know that Coach Lynn wants to see the second team have some success here offensively.
Well, of course, and I do too. 1st and 10 now from the 34. There's going to be the quick handoff to Cloud. Cloud on his feet and finally brought down about the 29-yard line.
Number 31, running inside the corners, put the ball down.
It's Cloud.
It's Cloud.
Cloud for 5.
That's a Jalen Cloud. I think we're saying Jordan. I meant to say Jalen Cloud.
Yeah, it's Jalen. Now number 23, Dominic Pacheco is in as receiver, will come out. We've got A.B. Toscano out there.
Yeah, 2nd and 8. 35-8 is the score in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. There's going to be a toss. There is Jalen Cloud from the 30-yard line. And a nice run for Cloud.
He's going to pick up about 6 in the first down.
I'm getting the name wrong. PA.
Yeah, they keep calling him Castillo on the...
It's not Castillo, it's Jalen Cloud.
Jalen Cloud. Castillo's had some nice plays today, but he's not in the game right now.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 24 now, right at hash. Padilla, the quarterback, going to hand it off again to Jalen Cloud. Cloud at the 20, 15, and finally brought out of bounds. And it's actually going to be about the 16, but let's see the spot of the ball. Let's see what the officials are going to officially keep it at. They're going to call it
about 8, huh?
+8.
But good offense here. Good job by the offensive line. There's still a starter or 2 out there, but
yeah, they're going to call this about 2nd down and about 3 from the 16 right hash now. Okay, 3-man front for the Mayfield Trojans. And you have, I do see number 11 out there, A.B. Toscano. Yeah. Let's see if Padilla will throw the ball. I don't think he will, but there's a possibility. He's going to hand it off to Cloud once again and finally brought down about the 15-yard line.
It's going to be close. It'll depend on the spot.
Be shy.
To be short, yeah.
Shy by about a yard.
So 3rd and 1 here, but I don't think you put Peyton out there to kick one. I think they'd go for it here if they don't get it. And I expect him to run again, although I really kind of want to see Padilla throw the ball.
Yeah, we're going to call it a 3rd and about 2 officially.
Oh, and Coach Lynn's going to call a timeout here. Padilla's still on the sideline with him, and play clock's at 3.
Yeah, so we're going to call a timeout. So we're going to take one, too. We'll be right back. You're listening to Roswell Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KSUPTV.com.
Your locally owned and operated Big O Tires has the best deals on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. Now through October 29th, it's $70 to $100 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Pirelli, Goodyear, and Cooper tires. Plus, synthetic blend oil changes for just $24.95 and full synthetic oil changes for just $44.95. These savings won't last. Make an appointment online or head into Big O Tires today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
We're back as the Roswell Coyotes took the first timeout of the ball game, actually, I believe. 35-8 is the score with 8 minutes and 2 ticks left in the ball game. It is 8:55 here on October 20th, 2023, Week 10 of New Mexico High School football.
And an update from the Bulldog Bowl. Goddard has scored. They're lining up the extra point here. I believe it was a pass to Josiah Castillo.
Okay.
Scores 48-6 pending the extra point.
All right, they're going to bunch it up right here a bit, and they're going to go under centers. Padilla will have motion for the offense, and there it is. And it's going to be handed off to number 11, A.B. Toscano, and he's going to be close. And finally brought down about the 1 yard line.
About 14 yards on that carry, and he almost had his 2nd touchdown running the football.
Looks like AB was shaking up just a little bit. I think he's going to be just fine. He says, I'm cool.
Oh, he's a tough kid.
Very, very tough kid.
So now 4 shots from the 2. So all you got to do here is control the football.
Did you have the over or under in this ball game? I'm just kidding with you.
Well, I said 42 to nothing.
Yep. All right, here's the motion. Let's see if Toscano will get the ball. He doesn't. Around the turn, it's going to be Cloud.
Oh, what a great, he's going to get in there.
And let's see the indication. And the Coyotes will get in once again for another Coyote touchdown.
It's Luke Lynn.
Luke Lynn, and that's why, is that confirmed?
I think it was 39 Luke Lynn. Huh? 31?
You're going to say 31.
Luke Lynn was in the game. But it was 31 Jalen Cloud, and that's a 2-yard touchdown.
That's what I saw with Jalen Cloud. PAT is going to be up. Indication is good. 42. It is the score. We'll be back. We're going to take another timeout. You're listening to Roswell Coyote Football on KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Dion's is proud to be a part of the Roswell community and is the perfect place for team dinners, family gatherings, and all your catering needs. Stop by Dion's in their beautiful restaurant at 1350 South Main Street in Roswell for the best pizza, salads, and subs in town. Or visit Dion's.com to order ahead for dine-in or for a super fast pickup. That's Dion's.com to see the full menu and order ahead. Thanks, Roswell, for letting Dion's celebrate the community they love. Dion's, where great food and good people meet.
All right, we're back. 42-8 is the score. We're going to get full confirmation. It was Jalen Cloud. So Jalen Cloud in from 2 yards out. Is that what we said?
Yeah, a really good job because a defender grabbed his jersey and pulled him backwards right before the goal line, but he still stayed with the play, fought his way in, and the second effort got Jalen Cloud a touchdown.
All right, so set to kick is going to be Kennard here from the 40-yard line.
A similar score in the Bulldog Bowl, 48-6. Goddard has converted an onside kick, I believe, though. As they're trying to make a little noise late in that one.
Yeah, exactly. All right, there is a beautiful kick by Kennard. Returnable from the 5. And that's going to be a good tackle. Well, Mayfield's kind of having a little
flag or something? Or
well, no, they just blew it. They're having a little extracurricular activity as Mayfield continues to sit on some players there. And, I mean, you're down 42-8.
Oh, personal foul.
On the Mayfield Trojans.
No, it's on us.
They're going to call it on Roswell? Okay.
Yeah, I try to keep all the up to the play stats here, what I need, and I don't have the penalties today, but I'm almost glad I don't have the penalties because there have been so many.
Well, but here's the thing. That's
nicely done.
The spot of the foul, it was a 15-yard penalty on the personal foul, but it's going to be second down. Great, about 10.
Yeah, great tackle by Dominic Silva. Yeah, just a gain of 1. Oh, that's a speedy running back and
that's
saving tackle there.
Justin Madrid. As the Mayfield Trojans go into hurry-up offense here. They're going to get it off, and there's going to be a flag on the Roswell Coyotes again, and this one's on number 60, Dominic Silva. He doesn't get off the field quick enough. There's going to be 12 men on the field.
Yeah, but that'll obviously be declined.
Sure.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Connor Nichols came from a mile away to make a touchdown saving tackle right there. But again, another powwow.
Every bit of 15 or more penalties in this ballgame.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if there were 20. On us.
No.
I mean, just on us. So they'll decline this. They're going to say, oh, they're picking it up.
They're picking it up, so I don't know. It's been an ugly...
Well, we obviously had too many players in the field. I mean, that's what the flag was for, right?
Well, it was.
I mean, don't you still have to decline it? Not just pick it up? Either way.
All right, 1st and 10 for Mayfield from the 16. Middle part of the field here. The quarterback still, Luke Lennon for Mayfield. Going to hand it off again.
He kept it.
Oh, there it was.
Kazada maybe with the tackle.
Lennon on the keeper. Gain of 1 on the play. Second down and 9.
Now look what we see here. We have number 29. Guess who that might be?
That's 39. That's Luke.
39?
29.
Yeah, 29. Yeah, that's Luke Lynn.
Right.
So Luke might get some opportunities to get some quality snaps, maybe. I don't know. This is terrible.
So a 5-yard penalty on Mayfield. Well, I think he will get a chance because there is a little less than 6 minutes left in the game.
And that's going to be a pass. Number 26, that's going to be Justin Madrid.
And Nate Quintero got to him quickly and didn't let him go. It's going to bring a third and a Watts. Oh, we're still discussing something. I mean, it's every play.
Every play.
It's every play. And I'm not saying that to disparage the officials.
No, I'm not either. I'm just saying everything. There's a flag on every play. It seems like.
Yeah, and they're going to get a hold on Mayfield here, and they'll take that. And that's going to bring up.
Okay, that's going to be a hold.
They're going to decline the hold.
Okay.
That's interesting. I think he just wants the ball back either way.
Okay.
Maybe to give Luke a chance to take some snaps, but we'll see. That'll be neat for Coach Land.
Having all 3 kids in the varsity ball game, district ball game.
Yeah, and Luke's been the quarterback for the JV team all year long. That team is undefeated and really not even challenged. Trying to think of a game that was close. I can't think of one.
Not very, no.
So this will
plenty of time.
This will bring up 4th and 11. Yeah, the Coyotes going to get the ball back one way or the other.
No, that's very exciting. If that's the way it happens. Yeah, if Jeff decides to go that route, that's a big and exciting time for that Lynn family.
Yeah, I don't think he would be having him take snaps from center otherwise.
Yeah,
So we'll see though.
Okay, let's take a break. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching Roswell football on KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell Talk FM.
Your locally owned and operated Big O Tires has the best deals on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. Now through October 29th, it's $70 to $100 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Pirelli, Goodyear, and Cooper tires. Plus, synthetic blend oil changes for just $24.95 and full synthetic oil changes for just $44.95. These savings won't last. Make an appointment online or head into Big O Tires today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
October is National Cooperative Month, and as a Central Valley Electric Cooperative member, you are much more than just a customer. You're a co-op owner. At CVE, we are here to power your life so you can do all the things you need to grow. We are better when we grow together. It's National Co-op Month, and CVE wants to thank our members for being the heart of the co-op. Thank you for being a co-op owner and a customer of Central Valley Electric Cooperative.
All right, 4th and 11 here for Mayfield as Lennon's going to go into the end zone, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. And the Coyotes will take over on downs. Let's see if we have another quarterback for the Roswell Coyotes, the 3rd of the game.
Yeah, he's standing right next to Coach Lynn.
This is going to be
going at quarterback.
Luke Lynn. Luke Lynn, and finally there's a couple of underclassmen that were brought up.
Yeah, they're playing tomorrow.
Yep.
JV is playing tomorrow.
Yep, so Luke Lynn, the quarterback for the Roswell Coyotes here in the 4th quarter, 1st and 10 at the 18. Luke Lynn.
First play is a varsity player, sophomore.
He's going to hand that off.
Couldn't see the ball carrier there.
Yeah, and it's hard to see. I was looking. It looks like, is that Vigil?
Yeah, it's Fabian Vigil.
Yeah, Fabian Vigil, another great kid. Look at Luke Lynn, how big that young man is.
He is a big kid, isn't he? So I'm giving him 20 on that. I'm not sure that's right, but...
Yeah, Luke Lynn working from the 33-yard line now. There's going to be the snap. Going to hand it off once again.
Vigil again, no yards this time.
Yeah, Yeah, so you have number 21 coming out. No, that's Fabian Vihil's coming back in the ball game here.
Well, they may run it here on second down, but I think at third down, they're going to let him turn one loose.
Yeah, and then you also have Paul Vihil. So both Vihil boys are in here, Fabian and Paul.
I like that.
This is awesome. Great to see.
Yeah, look how big he looks out there.
Oh, he's huge. And he's only a sophomore. There's going to be the toss. Look at this right here to Vihil. Vihil has a first down and more. And there's going to be a flag on the play. That's Fabian Vihil.
Let's see if the play stands.
Now, this one came from the south side of the field, so
16-yard carry if it gets to keep it.
Personal foul on Mayfield. So at 15.
So that'll wind up being 31 yards of field position. Now we get to see the big. So I want to see him throw it, partner. Think Dad's going to let him throw it?
I think Dad might let him throw it. Let's see here. Who do you have out there? You have, that's number 30. I think that's 39 up there.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that might be another sophomore brought up.
Pistol formation. Vihil once again with the ball. Look at that. Going around. And the good hard running. There's another flag.
That's number 35, and I don't know who that is. That's not Vihil.
That one's not Vihil, but another flag.
So that is mystery JV player, I think.
That was going to be.
So it's going to not count either way.
On the Coyotes this time.
Well, it's going to bring up a.
Okay, now you have a second down, and
well, I think they get first over, don't they?
Well,
or they, unless they say it's after the play.
I think right here you're going to see Lynn throw because it's 2nd and 17. So Luke Lynn, the quarterback now for the Roswell Coyotes. This is the third quarterback of this ball game. You do see Paul Vihil set up as well. There's
and their Roswell coaches are trying to have too many on the field. No, that's just a substitution. So they're going to bring in that's 41, and that's not Tyler Wojcik because Tyler Wojcik is injured.
All right, here we go. It's going to be 2nd and 17. Luke Lynn, the quarterback, pistol formation. Going to hand it off again, and that's going to be to.
Yeah, can't get us in the NFL, son. If you go down, you're down.
Yeah, number 35, and that's mystery player for Roswell.
In the backfield for the Coyotes, number 35, Nathaniel Lujan, who's the first running.
Nathaniel Lujan.
Okay. So that's definitely a JV player.
Yeah, and the majority are.
Well, he said he only brought up a few. He didn't give me an exact number. I took it to mean 3 or 4.
No, I think there was 5 exactly.
Okay.
I think.
Right.
3 to 5. 3 to 5. And then, of course, the reserves have played most of the second half here for the most part. 42-8 is the score. 2 minutes and 33 seconds left in the ball game.
Look at Vihil and Lynn.
What does that look like, huh? There's going to be the first pass for Luke Lynn. And, boy.
Overthrows his man.
He can throw it.
Yeah, so Luke Lynn, nothing for nothing, start his career. And he's upset with himself. He said, I had him, coach. He's going to bring up 4th and 15 and going to give him another chance to throw it here.
Well,
and why not?
And why would you not? You're right. 42-8 score.
Yeah, I would have liked to see the spread here, but.
All right, here's Luke Lynn dropping back to pass. He's going to throw it deep. And that is a well-thrown ball, but it's going to be a turnover on downs. I I'm going to tell you what. Yeah, that young man has a bright future.
He looks like a quarterback.
Oh, gosh.
It's just like, you look at him, you look the way he carries himself out there, he just looks like a quarterback. And I might go and watch him play tomorrow in Alamogordo. They're playing Las Cruces, a makeup game. They had their Goddard game canceled.
Right.
So they had to pick up a game against Las Cruces. They're meeting halfway in Alamogordo tomorrow. I might go run the clock for that game. We'll see.
Well, good for you. So 1st and 10 now for the Mayfield Trojans, and once again carrying the ball is Anthony Navarez.
Yeah, they've left their starters in.
Yeah, and the Coyotes have just kind of two platooned and used reserves and most of the JV in the second half.
Take a shot here.
Oh, and there's Luke Lennon. Pass is going to be incomplete. Was intended for Weston Hood.
Yeah, pretty good makeup coverage there. He kind of lost his man initially and then made up ground. I can't tell who it is.
You know, how big of a deal is this right here, Coach? I mean, the majority of the starters were out, I think, the first drive of the second half. How important is this, man? You're seeing a lot of different players here, and this you have 160 players in the program, but
it's important to them. Yeah, it's important to them because they're playing meaningful snaps here. You know, it's garbage time. It's 42-8. There's 2 minutes left in the game.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you're getting to play in a varsity football game.
It's experience.
And that right there, my friend, that's number 10. That's Jacob Palomino.
A couple of tackles.
Yeah, the interaction with some of those younger classmen, underclassmen.
And it's maybe even more important a year like this where you lose 36 seniors. You know, any reps are good reps for these guys because it's a different situation out there.
Well, when you say this, Coach, when you say, 36 seniors, guess what? Next year, you have just as many. You're probably going to have about, junior-wise, there's 25, and there might be even more next year.
Right.
So you're approaching that same number. You know, and this Coyote team, I know it's not the end of the season yet, but I'm telling you right now, they're preparing for Goddard next week and then preparing for a potential state championship, but they're also preparing for next year.
Yeah, and that's what you always got to think about. People don't realize that coaches have to do. You know, these kind of snaps, they are meaningful and they're productive for the 11 guys that are out there.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Under 40 seconds now here in the ball game. Lennon under pressure now. He's going to throw it to the flat area, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. So the Mayfield Trojans.
Yeah, that's a JV player down there. Has made 2 good plays as a cornerback. We're not sure who it is, but.
Well, that ball game's going to be over in Artesia. It looks like 54-14. There's an injured player down over there in the Bulldog Bowl. Looks like. I don't know.
40-point lead right now.
It looks like it's a Goddard Rocket, possibly. So.
Well, and any play could be the last. After this play, we did get another penalty on Roswell High.
Yep. Well, I'm sure they're going to clean that up next week. I promise you.
They better. Or Goddard may have something to say about that.
Yeah, so Artesia is going to win that ball game 54-14 over there at the Bulldog Bowl. That game is over. And now Lennon is under pressure here. And might have one more snap, but the Mayfield Trojans now are going to drop to 4-5 on the year. 0-2 in the district.
Oh, and he calls timeout.
That's okay. They can call timeout, but let's just stay here. Let's just do that. We've had plenty of commercials, I believe. But, so Mayfield Trojans are going to fall to 4-5 in the year, 0-2 in district play. Their next game will be over at Artesia. So the long trip, we got 3 hours to Roswell and then 2 more over to the Artesia area. I say that it's going to be about 3.5 hours, maybe 3.5, 4 hours. So now it's going to be an interesting ball game. But the Roswell Coyotes will be taking on the Goddard Rockets next week, and this facility here, the Wool Bowl, will be packed and ready to rock and roll next week.
Oh, absolutely. That's always a big game. You know, doesn't matter what teams are ranked, what records are, that's always a big game, and it will be next week as well.
Well, it'll be just as packed as the Artesia Roswell game, and
let's get a stop here then.
That's going to be, that one's going to go deep into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchdown for Mayfield. So Mayfield Trojans get in for 6 more, and I'm sure Coach Bradley will end up going for 2 here.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking so, but we'll see what happens. So almost an identical score, almost.
Yeah, I mean, 2 big decisive victories as most probably expected here. I mean, I just really think that Roswell and Artesia are just kind of by themselves at the top of the 5A classification.
There's no doubt about that. So
they do kick it.
Well, here's the thing that Mayfield, they're going to try to onside it one more time, get one more opportunity, or...
Yeah, it's going to be tough with 8 seconds. Although an onside kick doesn't take long because once it's down, the clock stops. It technically is a change of possession. So, you know, if they can try it onside, they could throw the Hail Mary.
Yeah.
But again, you know, let your reserves go out in a handstand situation. I mean, nothing to lose. The outcome is decided. Roswell will move to 9-0. They will maintain their number 1 ranking in the 5A classification and overall in the state. And they'll go into that last game of the second season, the district play against Goddard next week, looking to finish the regular season perfect and head into that tournament unblemished and frankly with the target on their backs.
Well, and then, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm getting my seasons mixed up here, but the seating selection committee will be on Saturday, is my understanding, if I'm not mistaken, Saturday night.
Yeah, it might be Sunday, just because they have so many Saturday games now.
Well, that might be reading something different. I did see something on Saturday evening. Could nonetheless, next weekend there will be the final 12 will be selected. And that's going to be Abe Toscano now. And he's off to the races. 40, 45, 50, 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Coyotes! And a kickoff return by Abraham Toscano.
That's the first chance we've had at a kickoff return in the game. It's an 85-yard touchdown for Abe Toscano. And what a night he's had.
And now you still got to kick it off. I mean, you still got to kick the PAT.
I don't think you do.
Well, they're going to go ahead and call it?
Yeah.
All right. That, my friends, is the play of the game.
Wow.
Oh, wow. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. We'll talk statistics. We'll close this out. We'll be right back. You're listening to Roswell Coyote Football on KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell Talks FM.
Honey, read this. Seems Councilman Barry Foster didn't pay his water bill for over 2 years, owing almost $2,000.
How? They would have cut his water off.
State mandates the water service couldn't be cut during COVID.
This says the Fosters make around $150,000 a year, and they refuse to pay their water bill?
Since Barry Foster's been on city council, city debt has tripled. With rising crime, he voted against hiring 5 new police officers.
And the city delayed vital repairs to our drinking water system. Now, repair costs have skyrocketed.
It's time for a change.
Change by voting for Carlos Marujo.
He's a supervisor at Eastern New Mexico U. Carlos knows how inflation impacts Roswell's working families.
Carlos Marujo will demand Roswell live within its means. He respects taxpayers.
We can't afford 16 years of Councilman Barry Foster.
Our Values PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising. Paid for by Our Values PAC. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
Hey neighbors, there's a new source for all your appliance needs in the area, we're Roswell Appliance Outlet. We sell new minor scratch and dent appliances, and we'll help you save 40 to 60% off of MSRP. All come with warranty and personalized service. We also offer parts and service for your existing household appliances. We offer financing and delivery options as well. Don't make that big box store mistake. Come see us at Roswell Appliance Outlet today at 600 South Main in Roswell, or call 575-363-9236.
Roswell Appliance Outlet, a proud supporter of Roswell sports.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Southwest Printers is a third-generation printing company. From letterheads to business cards and all types of invitations, books, and magazines. Our dedicated staff care about your project and work to get it right the first time, every time. Southwest Printers' design team makes your art stand out above the rest. Our printing team will handle your project like it's the only one in the shop. Let us print your signs, banners, window lettering, event tickets, invitations, and much, much more. Remember, Southwest Printers. If you can think it, we can print it.
Find us fast in names and numbers.
Check out some of the pre-holiday savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Assorted gallons of Red Diamond iced tea are 2 for $5, and assorted gallons of Blue Ribbon Classics ice cream are $3.98 each. In produce, 5-pound bags of russet potatoes are $1.99 each, and large green bell peppers are 3 for $1. In the meat department, baby back pork ribs are $2.77 a pound, and family packs of fryer breasts are 99 cents a pound. These are just some of the pre-holiday bargains you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
The Fergalicious Boys can keep you hot this winter. Fergalicious. Oh yeah, it's getting cold out there, and Fergie's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep things hot in your home. They can come by and winterize your pipes and check your insulation, and you know they'll do it with nothing but love. Oh yeah, baby. Call the Fergalicious Boys at Fergie's Plumbing and Heating at 622-2660. When you need it hot, Fergie's is on the job. Fergalicious.
Welcome back to Roswell Coyote Football on KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. The Roswell Coyotes win big, 48-15, and on the last play of the ball game, an 85-yard touchdown return by Ava Toscano to make that score 48-15. Coach, talk to me a little stats.
All right, start with special teams as always. You have Peyton Kennard with 6 for 6 on extra points. The last touchdown for the extra point was not, they didn't get to do it because time had expired. I think they could have, but they didn't. And then the only other special team statistic was the 85-yard touchdown kickoff return by A.B. Toscano. Defensively, unofficially, Coyotes were led by Zy Carrasco, 5 tackles, 2 interceptions, and including the pick 6. Eli Lynn, 5 tackles, including 2 sacks, a forced fumble, and 3 tackles for a loss. So those two were the big dogs tonight, along with Connor Nichols, who tallied at least 4 tackles, Keegan Nichols with 2, Damian Quezada with 3, Quintero, Gallegos, Greathouse, Noah Lynn, and Jacob Palomino had 2 tackles each. Nate Herrera, Dominic Silva, number 63, Vernon Molinar, each chipped in 1. Offensively, going to start with the 3 quarterbacks. First, it was Manny Fuentes, who played just 1 possession in the 3rd quarter, but he was 10 of 12 for 114 yards and a touchdown. Next came Andrew Padilla, who mostly handed the ball to the running backs. He was 1 for 1 passing for 6 yards. And then Luke Lynn making his debut, 0 for 2 passing the ball. The 11 catches, 2 of which went to L.J. Macias, he had 2 for 20 yards. 4 catches for Josh Estrada for a total of 30. Peyton Kennard, 31 yards on 2 catches, including a 15-yard touchdown. A.B. Toscano, 2 catches for 11 yards. And Matt Castillo was the leading receiver in the game, 2 catches for a total of 41 yards. Nathaniel Lujan got some carries, but both his carries were called back on penalties, so technically he did not get a carry in the game, but I wanted to mention his name, brought up from the JV. Fabian Vigil, 3 carries for 35 yards. Good job from Fabian. Andrew Padilla carried it twice for a total of 4 yards. Jalen Cloud, off the bench, 8 carries for 18 yards and a touchdown. A.B. Toscano, 4 carries for 31 yards and a touchdown. Manny Fuentes, 2 carries, 2 yards and a touchdown. And the B-Train, Bryce Sanchez, in limited work for him, got 12 carries, 104 yards, and the 1 17-yard touchdown. That'll do it for the stats.
Well, thank you, partner. I appreciate that. Once again, the Roswell Coyotes beat the Mayfield Trojans 48-15. Mayfield Trojans will be back in action next week at Artesia. That game will be at the Bulldog Bowl at 7 p.m. Mayfield now overall 4-5 and 0-2 in district. And as for the Roswell Coyotes, they improved their record to perfect 9-0, 2-0 district, and will remain the number 1 seed or the number 1 ranking 5A football team in 5A and all of New Mexico. I'll tell you what, next week the Roswell Coyotes will be back in action here in Roswell at the Wool Bowl. The Roswell Coyotes will be the visiting team. They will be sitting on the east side, and the Goddard Rockets will be on the west side. Next week will end regular season, Coach. That's it, man, and then playoff time. So once again, we'll get confirmation about brackets and, the top 12 and all that other good stuff. We'll talk about that next week. It should be a fun game. But we'll see you next time. We're going to close this out. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald, close it out from the Wool Bowl. Have a good night. Safe travels back to Las Cruces. And it's always great to be a Coyote. Good night.
That concludes this presentation of Sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM is presented by Artesia General Hospital, Bob Reed Pest Control, Business Notions, Calici's Frozen Custard, Central Valley Electric, Dion's Pizzas, ENMU Portales, and ENMU Roswell, Moppet and Brown Dentistry, Maze Lumber, Oasis Computers, Pecos Valley Equipment, Pepsi, Plateau, Richland Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram, and Richland Chevrolet Buick, Roswell Seed Company, Southwest Printers, Trustmark Roofing, the University of New Mexico, Wakefield Oil, and Wakefield Oil Express. Thanks for tuning into this broadcast of Sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. We now return you to your regular scheduled program.